Welcome to another episode of Killah Priest Podcast. I'm your host, Killah Priest.
We've had to slow it down compared to what they think dope is today.
Young Gotti, corrupt Gotti.
Yeah. 20 years, horseman. We was doing this since we was young, guys. Right. All the way till now.
That's right.
Time is everything, because time is our friend.
God is first. You know what I'm saying? Without love, you don't have nothing. Without family, you don't have nothing. These will make the world go round.
One of the best boxers on the planet Earth, Zab Judah, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I fuck with the whole woo. Shaheen.
Yeah, Shaheen. Yeah.
Shaheen was that's my little bro right there.
Exactly. The Morpheus of rap.
Yeah. Once you do the knowledge, you'll learn that a mistake is not a mistake. It's a learning experience.
I'm Dan Calloway, and I'm just here to make you think. My main concern is to get us cognizant of what happened to us, because we can force the changes together.
Oh, man, I thought that was Questlove at first, God.
Gonna show the male phallus. Go ahead and show it.
I broke down the.
I ain't gonna say shit the whole time.
I broke down
I ain't saying nothing.
I broke down the breast. Per M. Haru, it is 78 feet long. It's in the British Museum, and there's several translations of it. And this is the origins of the concept in book form or in paper form of a heaven and a hell, an afterlife, ordinances, spirituality. This is the origin of it.
They have made sure that all over the world, the sun is the most important symbol. God's sun is in heaven. And that's why you will have the story of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which is spring, summer, autumn, winter, the 4 seasons of the year, with his 12 helpers, 12 signs of the Zodiac.
Atom means one. So atom meaning unity, they are odd numbers. Odd is Adam. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. They cannot be divided. Eve, even numbers, is 2. That's why she came to divide in the Garden of Eden. And she is evil because she's even numbers.
There is no time. There's a point of singularity where time is created. At the middle of our terrarium is a black hole, y'all. All the ancestors saw this force as a great mother who were giving birth to life, which is time. In most cultures, you had a yin and a yang, a god and a goddess. The world religion was introduced where they replaced that concept with God and the devil. But the devil is really the diva in Hindu culture.
What are the odds just before the moon landing, you have a NASA administrator, you have a NASA astronaut, a sci-fi author, movie director, senior administrator of NASA all together in Hollywood? What are the odds?
Do you remember when Elon Musk said that we live in a simulation?
Yeah.
Well, he knows we do. That's the point. He knows we do. Your Gateses and these people, and your Swabs, they know we live in a simulation. They just don't want us to know.
I can show you where the logos come from in ancient Egypt. It goes all the way to Kemet and Eden.
I always feel like I'm seeking out like-minded people who can surrender themselves to the creative process as something to do to, like, be alive, to be connected to the cosmic forces that govern humanity and the earth. And I always have seen that in you, and that's why I'm such a fan of yours.
I'm about to cry.
You haven't freed yourself from that birth certificate.
topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast. Is it? I want to make this announcement as y'all come in. I got a new sound effect. We are in the building. We are in the building. What's up, everybody? What's up? I am hype. I am hype. This is gonna be a great show today. It's gonna be tremendous. Y'all see me, I'm the Yo, listen. That was a great Super Bowl. I gotta represent Patrick Mahomes. He did his thing. He took him down to the last bit.
Yep. Yeah,
last minute. I wanna you got the cameras? The camera?
Oh yeah.
Pops. Yeah. So I can officially, because sorry, Jody. Hybrid. Shout out to you, my brother. I know Jody's up in the Bay Area. Shout out to all my Bay Area, because you know that is my peoples. I'm always up there in the Bay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to make a public announcement. Yeah, while you're out there, I want to say that it was cool, but I'm sorry, Purdy didn't make it come through the way he's supposed to do it. And not saying that he would have, but you know, he had a chance, and he had a chance to do it. He didn't. I think his arm wasn't strong enough, wasn't long enough. Yeah, go ahead, get the light.
It wasn't bright enough.
Yeah, it wasn't bright enough. In the end, Patrick Mahomes' arms was too short. That was long enough to box with God, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to do that a lot. When people make crazy statements, like they're thoth.
I'll have to get a strobe light in here.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gotta get that. Chief Rocker, what up, my brothers? Peace to you. Peace to the Podcraft. Everybody coming in, evening to you. Good. I see you coming in, Jimmy P. Hybrid Cypher from the UK. He says, I just saw Jizz in the UK. Fourth Chamber's always epic. Thank you, my brother. I spoke to Jizz the other day. Shout out to everybody who was there. Yeah, I'm pressing everything. We're about to have an exciting evening.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have a guest coming on, and we're going to be building. Shout out to Crip Jesus. Spoke to him earlier. And I think Gustavo was supposed to be rolling through. You know what I mean? Somebody else is going to be some good.
You never know what's going to happen on this show.
For real. It's real deal. Oh, look, I got my rhyme book. I got words up in here.
Hey,
I just said, this little. Those
are your scriptures.
Yeah.
That's right.
Unscrambled. Let me see I wrote words. I said.
Wait, is it about breakfast?
Well, like eggs. Yeah. It's in there. Yeah, I mean, you got to break your fast, God.
Oh, right.
Yeah, put the cameras back on. Broke my fast. Yeah. Y'all coming in.
Yeah, that's right.
Moochie says PEACE. The champs is here. Yo, shout out to Patrick Mahomes. He did his thing. It was a great Super Bowl.
Yep.
Usher performed. Usher took it to another level.
How was
he
it?
did.
I didn't see the whole thing. How was it?
He got a little close to Alicia Keys.
Oh, what?
He got real close. Yeah, that's right.
You mean like the piano itself? Or you?
He got really close. Well, should I do my confession?
I'm dead.
A true player for real. He got real close behind Alicia Keys. And then I don't mean her keys. They were playing, yeah, he was doing a little bit of, Usher's a cold dude, man. This is his confession.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
Something else was right.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Man.
Oh, yeah, you got to see it. Peace. David Flores, shout out to Dave Flores in the building, man. We got an incredible video. Incredible. And shout out to Aurora Borealis from the holy city of Mecca. Holy city of New York. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see that? Yeah, he was making
Her face is crazy. I'm still on her face, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo.
We gotta get into it.
So you saying that wasn't part of the show?
I mean,
no.
I mean, it was a part of the show.
Somebody else. It was part of the show.
It just looked crazy, yo.
He likes
a little too close. That's a little too close to my liking right there.
They're making a big deal. Yeah.
I mean, he's hugging her. That don't look too bad.
Oh yeah.
That's a little too close.
But you gotta see
That's a little close. That's a little too
Oh,
close.
she's like, whoa.
Oh, that's not bad.
Where's that? Oh, you know.
But that's just a little too close for my liking. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's how I say what's up to my girls at work.
Yeah, but that's not his girl though. It's somebody else's girl.
I be like, what's
She
up,
has a-
Kiki?
Does she have a wedding ring on?
Oh.
That's definitely somebody else's girl.
Okay, I see. Okay, so
A little touchy feeling.
So I gotta watch this
Give me
like I'm a husband.
Yeah. So we all.
Which heaven forbid would ever happen.
Yeah,
But let's
it's
see.
Swiss, man.
So let's say you're watching your girl on stage.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay, this
It's
is-
Usher though.
Yeah, see, Usher gets allowed to touch it. Yeah, because
no.
he
mean,
he didn't make that. She got the Michael Jackson glove.
That's all right.
She's like,
I'd be cool with that.
huh?
I'd be cool with that.
You only watching one little part of it.
It's Usher.
You didn't see
No,
it. You didn't
Usher?
see
Nah, I
it.
wouldn't be cool with that.
And you know,
That would make it. That's what makes it worse, though.
No, but he's
Yeah.
like a little like flamboyant. You know what I'm saying? Like he's being artistic and everything.
No. I know Usher's a performer, but
Yeah.
I don't trust none of that in a situation. Though.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that. Nah, it's Usher. You know what I mean?
I don't think it would bother me.
Yeah, it would
But like
bother
I
you?
said, I do that to girls all the time. But you know, what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
of course. Well, yeah, it's like if it's just a girl, that's one thing, but that's somebody's wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Swiss Beast.
Now, if it was a stranger,
Somebody
you're at a
saying
club,
disrespectful.
and some random guy comes up and does that to your girl, I'd be like, whoa, hey.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't
But
know.
on stage,
I need some Usher
know.
lyrics.
Maybe I
Because,
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
You said I know you said he was a true player for real.
it's
Right.
it's a performance.
No, I understand
what
the performance.
Yeah.
I just feel like if
Usher.
if I'm your dude, you know what I mean.
Keke
The performance doesn't need that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I feel you.
I know it's Usher.
It's almost like you're watching a play, because like when you're live, you're doing almost like you're performing a play. Like it's not real. It's real, but it's also like you're presenting magic in the form of music, performance, and you know what I'm saying. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's ask the audience.
Yeah, shout out to Eric Rammond. Yeah, y'all let us know.
How y'all feel? What y'all think Swiss Beast feels like? That's a good question. How y'all think Swiss Beast feel about that whole situation?
Well, should feel because he did.
Right. He
Usher's
did say his thing. Yeah, he did make a statement.
No pun intended.
He did make a statement. Wow.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did make a statement. I forgot about that.
No pun
Wait, so that's a confession right there.
It's a confession. You're right.
I'm looking for his lyrics. There's other songs that he got. You know what I'm saying? But he was real close. But see, it's not always on just the guy. Alicia was like kind of like she threw her head back.
Yeah, she smiled too.
She smiled.
She smiled. You know what I mean?
What's that? W.S. Banker said he would be pissed. Mostly guys would.
I don't know if he was coming up behind her, like he was about to, clap, if he was gonna like pretend to clap cheeks.
Here you go. Hold on. Now they see that. See that grab? See the grab?
But he's not pretending to clap cheeks.
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, you didn't see the whole.
Here's a little cuddle, like.
Okay,
hey.
like she said you really did it because you. Huh? What was it?
Nah, it's that smile. That smile would have got me heated. I ain't gonna lie. Once I saw it would have. I ain't gonna hold you. That was my girl. And I
man.
saw that
Blum,
big,
blum, blum.
big smile.
I don't know.
I'd have felt the way. I ain't gonna lie. That's just me though.
But I understand also because I'm not.
She one of them compromise. It's good.
I don't really take girls that
Yeah.
seriously enough to put myself in the position of that type of feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I get that.
That's probably why for me because it's been like a.
Shout out to everybody. Go ahead.
I get that. I'm just saying that is somebody's wife at the end of the
I
day.
have to try to put myself in their shoes.
In that shoes, like if I was in that shoes, I've been like, nah, man, I can't deal with that. You know what I mean? Nah,
Aurora Borealis says doggy style grip.
Yeah, that was a doggy. Yes, I give that to it.
A DSG?
I do it. Yeah, that was a doggy style grip though. That was
a DSG.
I give it to it. Yeah, because the hands came around on a certain type of pressure grip. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're saying it's a DSG.
if you
Hit my boot.
see, boom. See, she did a switch right there. She said, "Oh Lord." Yeah,
you
you
bent
really
her
did
neck. Look at him.
There's another part to it though. There's another part to it.
So
Usher, well, a lot of people say Usher is like that. He gets busy like that. Solo Gems with a head killer.
Of course.
I thought Chris Brown was going to come out there and hit him in the head. So, like, no. Oh, Chris, I didn't mean that.
You gotta do your sound effect.
I didn't mean that, but
man.
because they never let Chris Brown do anything, but he's still doing his thing though. But let's get back on the subject.
Yeah.
No, what we're saying?
Nah, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I'm dying laughing.
I'm saying for my own thing, like that whole situation with Usher and Chris,
Will and Rise
and Alicia Keys. Yo, I couldn't. I put myself in people's shoes and understand the situation that's being in. At the end of the day, a Swiss Beats is girl. They had kids together. Wife. Right. No, you know what I mean though.
It's a little different.
They have kids together.
She just had her birthday too.
Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah.
All right.
Happy birthday, Alicia.
Yeah,
Keys.
shout out to Alicia Keys.
General,
but look, I just couldn't let. I couldn't be it. I couldn't let that rock. And that's on national TV on the Super Bowl. No, you know, millions of people saw that.
Right.
I'm just saying, like millions of people.
200 million people. This was the
people.
largest. I think this is a world record. The largest amount of people watching any Super Bowl ever. And Usher took that time to shine.
Alicia Keys was looking good though.
Yeah.
I don't blame Usher, but I'm just saying, like she was looking good.
He had the
You feel
key. He got the keys. He got the keys. But Swiss Beats, he's a Swiss knife. Like Swiss probably wouldn't like that. You know, no guy.
Oh, Usher is a Libra.
Oh, he.
Yeah, they smooth, man.
She-
Libras are smooth.
Mm.
They the players. Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Smooth, man.
Razor.
Good with their words.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usher. Yeah, he seemed like that. You know, Usher be like.
You know, the cheat code of life is if you could sing and dance. That's the cheat code of life. I always said.
Oh, come on.
You can get away with murder.
You know that. Yeah. Wait a minute and play instrument.
Play instrument. That's another one. Yeah, that's another one.
AD, you got that?
Sing
Play
and
instrument. AD is a great musician.
Man. Hey, wait till I get the drum set in here.
Wow.
Wait till I bring in the drum set, man.
Yeah.
Then we just throw in a hip hop beat. Jump on the drums.
Yeah.
And then bring Flea up board.
Yeah.
Everything plug right in.
Shut
We're
up.
gonna have a plug-in set. So electronic set, bass guitars. We can do a whole live thing right here
Peace to the great stringer.
without pissing off the neighbors.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're going to be in a place where we don't have to piss off the neighbors. When doing the ritual, can't ever take things at face value, understanding of what you were watching.
Wow, good point.
Let's go. I've heard about the red.
That's given, you know.
Go.
Like, the colors? Yeah, that's always going to be given, though. Big performances like that, red. You know, last year Rihanna wore red. You know, you can always go in deep into that. You know
The
what I
woman
mean?
in the red dress.
Yeah. Oh, right. Alicia Keys wore red. So it is real deep. You know what I mean? Even Rihanna wore red last year. So.
Also, when you look at the movie Eyes Wide Shut, you know, I understand what he's saying because those rituals of the rich. Rituals, rich. And, you know, what they do is they formulate, and it's a thing that they do. It's the vibration of getting, you know, it's not even actually getting into the act, but it's the control or some type of wild thought inside their mind of just even, you know, it gets real deep. It's almost like a spiritual level of it, having a girl just derobe herself.
Yeah, well, it's stimulation of the root chakra.
Thank you. It releases.
What color is the root chakra?
You tell me, brother. Red.
Red.
Yeah, red for the head is the root. No, the root's the bottom.
It's a necessary chakra.
Roots is at the bottom.
It's not to be, you know, destroyed.
The crown is the top. Yeah, you're right.
It's just a lower vibration.
Okay. But yeah, I get that. And the circles, because you're looking at that and you're getting in a whole vibe going on. You like derobe yourself, and it's like this whole thing. And they eat little things and take little, and it pumps them up and gives them this energy. And then boom, you know, you got a whole negative energy just flowing, and everybody's with it.
Not necessarily negative though.
Okay, negative and positive, you need both for the flow. I didn't say, see, to them it's not. But if you're not a part of the ritual and you just being there, then you out of sync. You out of the frequency.
The more
of
you
that
learn
vibration.
of the science of the ritual, the less spooky and woo-woo it becomes. It's like seeing the man behind the curtain.
Right.
A Wizard of Oz.
Mhm.
You see, like, oh, it's just a dude pushing all these buttons. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So when you see the science of it, and like, oh, it just stimulates our subconscious.
Right. Well, it's the electricity.
Yeah.
Seeing the wires behind the wall. You just happy to see the TV.
Yeah.
We understand that. Yeah. There's a lot goes to behind the show. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get it. And that's a frequency because we don't understand. You will never understand the mind of Epstein, what he's seen. You know what I'm saying? Did I say that? Close that off. You'll never understand the mentality of certain people, hunger and thirst, and they just have that feeling. It's in them already. It's just like you didn't do anything for that to happen. It was a seed that was planted long time ago. Like Tupac said, he said it was a seed that they planted in my brain and it hatched.
Right.
Such a dirty game. He said something in one of his lyrics. But they planted small little seeds and it builds up and it builds up and builds up and then all hell breaks loose. One day you just say, I want to have the damn party. I want it all white. I want it all red. I want it all black.
Yeah.
And it's very fine, very beautiful the way they sit up. It's just the same way you could take a person to a mountain and say, all this will be yours if you just kneel down and worship me. These are concepts and constructs of things that happen in events and through our life. Throughout things are going on as you move through life, as we all move through life. I'm going in right now. Am I going in? So we walking through this life and we looking at all of these things and we taking it and like, oh wow, what is this? Some of us miss it. We miss the jewel. But then we catch it later on down the life. You're going to get it either way.
Yeah.
The yin and yang comes to us. It comes to us. The answers comes to us. But you have to knock. Sometimes it's just, damn, you open up the wall becomes doors. It could be.
Right.
But you could be like, man, I feel like I'm in a trap. You know, and that's the way Alicia Keys was feeling. When Usher slid behind her, he was like, and when she moved, he moved. Just like that. Well, what's the?
That's serious. Like, but that was a good one.
That's true.
That
just like that, and you know,
that was a good one.
And so while we looking at it, is that my confetti? They getting into it, and then she just. So I'm not going to say too much because I have respect for Swiss Beats.
Of course,
Swiss Beats came out and been very cordial.
I mean, look. I mean,
you need to be worried about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying how you should react. I'm not saying how you should react to anything like that. Look at how that rhymed. But I'm just saying you should. You know, at the end of the day, you can't. You gotta be able to control your emotion. You know what I mean? You're not gonna go out on social media and like spaz on Alicia Keys. That's gonna be more of a private conversation at the end of the day, right? We're not there for what they might actually say in the household. You know what I mean? We're not there. Right. You're gonna say what he needs to say on social media appropriately because he has an image at the end of the day, right? I mean, much respect to Swiss Beats, but I just personally saw that and I was like, I couldn't let my wife have a performance with Usher where he's grabbing her by the waist. You know what I mean? That's just how I look at it. You know what I mean?
The soft waist.
Oh yeah. Oh,
the movable waist.
Caressed her too. You know what I mean? But look, I'm just saying though. It's just how it is. But
that's the creation of a woman.
Yeah.
So soft and so beautiful. It's that women are soft and beautiful, and our eyes. It's like food for the soul of the eyes of a man. This is the unique. You know, you singing and stuff. And y'all sliding. She playing the piano.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Red all over the place. The whole place red.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, sometimes he can't control. He moonwalking. He's sliding over to her. She's sliding on that. You in that moment,
right?
And it's like, you know what I mean? Oh, he just stopped busting.
Yeah,
up.
I know.
And he grabbed her.
Yeah, it's a form of intimacy. Even sharing that music with each other, that's a form of intimacy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My Boo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, they did My Boo together.
Yeah. Well, that's their song. I mean, it's just that. Yeah, that's the form of intimacy. You know what I mean? It's just how it look. It's just how I would look. How I could look at it and take it. I get the performance. I get all of that in one circle. But it's just how I look at things. Like that's a little too intimate. You know what I mean? I have a little respect for it. You gotta have a little respect for it, you know?
This is my confession.
This is my confession, right?
It's the truth. No, I feel you. But thank you, Stranger, for coming through, man, and turning the convo where we can get always food for thought. Because if we ain't getting food for thought, then we ain't doing anything. Understand that when we watching these things, we understand because you have to be of a certain level to do it. Some people are like, no, I can't not. Like what AD said. With the more knowledge you get, the more places you can go.
Yeah.
Some people like, man, I'm not going into that all white party.
Oh yeah.
When I mean white, I mean the gear. You be thinking, you see, you don't even know that you think it's all white people in it. With white hair, gray hair. No, that doesn't mean that. All white party is you have to dress up, white underwear too, probably white panties, white everything.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, you have to dress up all white, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you brush your joints. And you walk into this party and there's a whole vibe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So you know how you do it. When you go, all right, watch this. This is deep. I need AD on this one. I'm going to ask you, Salo, because you're young.
Okay.
No pun intended, my man. But when you go out with a female, with a woman, do you get dressed?
Do I get dressed?
Yeah. Do you take shower? It's a choice. This is a choice.
Well, yeah. So obviously, if you're going out with a female, I try to take shower. You gotta smell good. You gotta be attracted by the aroma in your presence. Yeah. That's a real talk. Yeah, I know.
Talk
yeah,
that talk.
That's a
real talk.
You can't just came from the gym and be like, yeah, I'm gonna just see the chick real quick. That's crazy for that.
Yeah, and it's a choice too.
Yeah.
Now you're adorning yourself, and all this it's a form of a ritual.
Yeah.
Like there's a bird that do this. I'm not lying. I'm gonna show y'all. The birds be going at it because they be dancing for their chick and all of that.
Oh yeah.
No pun intended. They be dancing for their chick, and they'll perform. They do all type of things.
Right.
Just to pull a chick. They turn colors. The jumping spider does it like a little dance and ritual. And see, when you dating and you going out on a date, both of y'all dress up and then boom, y'all go out to date.
Right. Y'all pick the right clothes that looks flattering. Right. It's all a system.
I want to wear heels. This was one chick said. She said, hold on. Gotta wear heels. Like that.
Gotta wear heels.
Yeah. So the girl's always looking beautiful in the heels. Are you? Hey, that's a good thing.
Say again.
No.
What's the question?
No, we're just building about everything is a form of a ritual.
Yeah.
And and the way you set up things. So I'm saying these parties, even when you go to a club, they set up that way.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to a raggedy party.
Well, we ourselves, when we get up in the morning, we kind of all create our own ritual.
Yeah.
You know, when you take the shower, you have your coffee, you've got your breakfast, you got to go do this. Kind of created your own morning ritual.
Right.
It's to this extent, we're discussing how the rituals actually have a purpose, the intention, because you can have an intention behind a ritual, or you could just have a routine.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. No, but that's what a ritual is, a routine. It's practice. When we write rhymes, let me say that right because the W just flooded in my mouth. It was like when we white wine.
White wine? Yeah,
Word.
white wine.
I said, what? Word. Word, the big bird.
White wine?
Yeah, but, everything's a ritual. When you put it down, some people just like to read. You do things. I'm even flowing because our last name was Reed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like when you read, when you get into your zone, and you get into your zone, it's a ritual. And then, so they take some levels, it goes even up. It goes up to high levels. And I think Stringer knows what I'm talking about. And y'all heard that about these parties they be having.
Oh, yeah.
And
the vampire parties?
Yeah. Only a certain queue. And I got into some.
Oh, wow.
But see, but the thing is, I don't go in, I don't wear crosses.
Nah.
Allergic. Why? What did that mean? Yo, you double crossed me. See, people wear crosses, and the crosses, there's somewhere, I think a cross burnt up in the person's hand. They just show. I know vampires would be like, no, they do that, and then the whole thing melt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cross. You know what a double cross is? Somebody doing you wrong. It's 2 crosses. It's the double cross. I said, you double cross me. I said, that's deep.
Right.
And when you start looking at it, you're like, man, no, I don't wear certain ornaments. Now I may grab a crystal here and there, depending on where you get it from and who gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? You get that rock. Some people come in there with diamonds. Diamonds are a girl best friend. Diamonds come from the word demon. Anybody heard of that before?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, shining too. Shine just like Lucifer. Be looking to the mic. No, they say that it shine. Yeah, look at the double cross. Cause we need an expert on here to start building and breaking that down. I'm just, just tapping on the zone.
Right.
There's another one coming after me. I'm not even worthy to tie his shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
For real. I'm just stating the facts. We never double cross UKP. I know you never will. Thank you, y'all, man. I love y'all, Podcraft. I'm not talking about y'all when I talk about double cross. The crystal amethyst is a very powerful crystal.
Amethyst.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Someplace you got to go, you just got to take the crystal and throw it.
Yeah.
I've been in some parties, you would just get some holy water in one hand, and you would get a crystal, you just throw them in right in together.
Man.
Bats and stuff start coming. No, but it don't be like that. It's like some of these parties are like high. Me and Raekwon went to one in Canada. Now I didn't even know what part. I didn't even know what was going on. My mind was just going woof woof woof, because I was trying to. Yeah, there you go. You put him up there, and he was a doctor in that movie. Yeah, I went to this party, and I was like, what?
Yeah?
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell is... I was like, looking around like, what the hell? This is crazy. Even Raekwon was like, yo, because it was an honor of a show. Right. Oh, yeah, you feel it.
You feel it, right? And I know what you mean. Like, and it's like your senses telling you something like, yo, I shouldn't be here.
If you don't believe energy is real, go to an auditorium.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Go to an auditorium and just walk around. Or a museum and don't say anything. You will feel the people. You will feel it. In the auditorium, you'll feel it. Just be on stage and just look at the crowd. And there's no crowd there.
Oh, yeah.
And tell me if you don't feel anything.
I believe that. Yeah, that must be crazy. Yeah, I can see that. Damn.
Yo, it's deep.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, I'm a big believer in energy and frequencies and what you feed into. Even the people you surround yourself around. You know what I mean? If you around negative people, you get negative energy. If you're around positive energy, then you're going to absorb that. It's all about who you're around and what's the agenda from it. You know what I mean? The tendencies.
Yeah. Dimitri says go to an opera. Yeah, you're right. Go to an opera, sit there with nobody in there, and just sit in the crowd and look at the stage. And tell me you won't feel people or hear things and feel that. And I'm talking about you won't be on a high vibration. The world's just a stage. And we're here to perform. Make sure you hit that like and that subscribe. Hit that like because we're about to go in. I'm going to do something rare. Something rare.
What's rare?
You know, I got to start the show. We've been going so I didn't even start the show.
That's real talk. Yeah, we did.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing once you start getting connected. AD's connected now. Let me make I want to do that. But yo, we had a great show with Santos Bonacci. He came through. He elevated himself. It's hard to do that. You use the word never peak.
Yeah, I mean that's my belief. Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
What's above the roof? At the sky. Sometimes you got to climb. You got to get there. What's the 13th zodiac, AD?
Technically, there's only 12, but they count the 13th one as being Ophiuchus, which is technically just the name of a cusp in between Scorpio and Sagittarius.
Look at that. Yokelusis. What did you say? St. Louis? What you say?
Ophiuchus.
Ophia who?
Ophiuchus.
Ophiuchus.
It's a snake.
Damn.
But
just slide through.
Yeah,
it's
just right in between. Technically, it's not part of the actual belt because everything rules on 12. But they bring in the 13 number for the moons because of the 13 moon cycle.
Right.
But technically, tropical astrology is based on 12.
But see, sometimes we can go beyond the chart. I heard people say, "Man, you can go above your chart." You're like, damn, what house am I in
There's
now?
a lot of stuff happening with the chart. That's why you need an advanced astrologer like Zodiac, Kai Phoenix, because they'll talk to you about the houses.
Yeah, but they say you could be on the roof. Snoopy never went in his house. He slept on the roof all day.
Yeah, that's true, right?
I mean, probably got boring inside that little house he had.
Remember Snoopy thought he was he thought he was holding two guns. He thought he was in a world war and he started flying. His house started flying.
Yeah.
He was like,
man.
He was flying with his. Charlie never even seen that before. He was like, man, what the hell is wrong? He had a whole world within the world of peanuts.
That's true.
He's smoking that good.
If anybody's smoking, it had to be Linus.
Ooh.
Linus?
Yeah. Because he walked around a blanket all day.
Yeah, he did. Right? Yeah.
There's something else going on now.
He was in love with that blanket. He used to make blanket dance and stuff like that.
Man.
I just seen you something, man.
Some people gotta be in their own world, man. That's all it is. Like we all got a mental thought. You know what I mean? Sometimes I do it. You know what I mean? I kind of drift off into my own plane. You
always do it.
Yeah, but it's something that is just your own personal mind. It's like that's why I don't judge nobody for whatever the world they're in right now. I don't judge it. You know what I mean? It's all cool.
Yeah, shout out to Brian Douglas. He says Snoopy versus the Red Baron.
Right. Woodstock was a plug. Yeah, Woodstock was the plug, right? Yeah, shout out to let me send you this Charlie Brown one, man. I don't know if we get in trouble for this, but this will be good.
WS Banker says Lucy was high.
Yeah. She was a narcissistic weirdo. She never let that man kick one football.
That's messed up.
For real. And he really wanted to just kick a football. I wonder what that's about. Some deep stuff to that. She would just go and call him blockhead.
Yeah. She toxic, man. He needed to
She was very
her.
toxic.
She was straight toxic.
She wasn't even related to him. It was the golden haired girl. What's her name? Charlie Brown's sister? Yeah.
I forgot her name. She was straight toxic.
Charlie Brown should have put her in a place.
But you gonna meet toxic people. You know what I mean? That's a real reality.
She was testing Charlie, man.
Yeah. Because you know what though?
Because girls will test you like that. They'll push you to see like where's the edge. How long until this guy snaps? Let me see how far I can push this motherfucker.
That's why Charlie Brown was psychologically. I heard somewhere that they were in a psycho place, like that they were really old people, and that's why you never saw the teacher, and they only hear it from the speaker.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, because they were really like old. They were very, very old. You never saw the teacher, and they were. This is how they heard life.
Right.
I mean, that's how the teacher sounded to me too, though, in school. That's all I heard.
You wasn't paying attention.
I be daydreaming, yo.
Yeah, no. You gotta look. That's what I said. Teachers know they're born. That's a real reality.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about grade school, right? Oh, sorry. Grade school? They supposed to be in what, 3rd grade or something?
I don't know what grade it was.
I don't really know. They live by themselves.
I didn't know what grade they were.
I didn't follow
that was
fan
weird as
theory.
hell.
Yeah. This is like a bunch of theories that you could go on with. That's what my dad was saying. He was like, they was like old people in the home.
Old heads.
Or like a psycho.
Yeah, Peanuts was something was up with the Peanut gang.
Something was off.
Jody says Lucy charging 5 cents for psychiatric advice.
Yeah. And she was like, are you afraid of cats? She was always analyzing. I had a cousin. I have a cousin like that. It was always shout out to my cousin Kim. She was always like, but always analyzing. And she used to cut my hair. And I never really talked. You know what I'm saying? So she was, well, anyway, she was always analyzing Charlie Brown just to criticize him. He could never do right. Remember that tree he got? Yeah, he had, and then on Halloween, I think he dressed up in one of the weirdest costumes he made. I think he put holes all over the place.
Oh, the ghost, yeah.
He was a ghost, but he put like 40 holes in it and just put it on his head. He looking creepy, like weird. He couldn't really, Charlie Brown couldn't really, he wasn't like them.
Right.
So his costume looked stupid, but that was a weird thing. I wanted to use that for an album cover or something because that was a crazy scene with him with all them holes, and then Lucy had the witch. She was a witch.
See, now
Let me
it's
start
all
the
coming
show.
around. It's all coming around.
Yeah,
now.
she was a witch.
Yeah.
Now we going there.
Put in Lucy. Halloween for the Peanuts. Kids are so mean. Shout out to the part. Oh, let me start the show too as we do it. Put out the Halloween gang. Remember she was a witch. The girl with the golden hair was we got some stuff to show us too.
There you go, bro.
Oh yeah, she a witch. Yeah. She a devil too.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, she was a terror for his life, man.
But put in Charlie Brown costume. There you go. Yeah, but like that. That's when Linus was the pumpkin patch. He was lying to everybody saying about that. Great.
Oh, the Great Pumpkin. Yeah, I remember that one.
Now look at Charlie Brown, yo.
Yeah, he has the bunch of holes in his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what they call it. I always thought that was creepy that he was walking like that. But that'll make a dope cover, mixtape or something like that. I got to talk to Cover Boy. He probably could do something with that. Royal Priesthood or something. Now, I'm not saying that will be our cover, but this was like what they doing. If I can't find it, AD, we can move on.
She's like,
let me start the show.
I want to hear that Wu-Tang joint. Wu-Tang again? Oh, yeah, again,
all right.
again.
All right, let me just start the show real quick. Hold on. Charlie Brown, old. I'm going to put that in there. And I'll send this to you.
All right.
The one that, I wonder if we get in trouble for this. I don't know. But I'll send it to you right now, AD.
Life as a shorty shouldn't be so rough.
And then I'll start by welcome to the Killah Priest Podcraft. I'm your host, Killah Priest. I ain't Sheik from the Middle East. I'm almost there, so prepare, say peace. Running the rock is none other than ADA Dizzle.
Yeah, here we go again.
And y'all know him from the outer realms and inner realms, from other gems, dropping gems, his solo gem.
Yo, keep rising, keep shining, yo. Peace, y'all. Blessings of love and harmony, y'all.
And shout out to the Rocketeers and the Craft Board. They got the black sword, they do black law. Yeah. Uncapable, unbreakable, unescapable, yo. Let me see, because I got a little, Solomon's verse. It's deep as Solomon's verse. I said something, huh? Yeah. Let's get deep as Solomon's verse.
What did I say?
Crusade, just like the Ottoman Turks. Oh, I don't know. I didn't put dig yourself the bottom of earth. I got a little stuff I was saying in here. I said Patrick Mahomes captured the throne. Yeah, he went back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He had somebody in the back of the zone.
Champions.
Yeah. I just jotted down some things. This is what we do. It's called I think it's jargon.
You said jogging?
Yeah.
Jotting down things.
Yeah,
Jotting down thoughts.
but there's a word called jargon or something like that, and I couldn't remember it for a song. Now I remember once I wanted to use that jargon.
Jargon.
It's like when you just scribbling and using your pen.
Like jotting. I thought it was like jotting. Like jot.
Yeah.
Is jargon or jotting?
So jotting is the verb, and jargon is the noun.
Okay.
So you could be jotting some jargon down.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Look at that flow.
Yeah, jargon down. From out of town, in town, we inbounds, peace.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain, shout out to that brother. Aurora Borealis in the building. The Rocketeers, the Craft Board. We changed it to the Craft Board, right?
You could do that. It sounds like there's cheese.
Craft Board or the Black Law.
Yo, man.
Rocketeers. The prophets are here. He said they shot. Pardon me.
Yeah.
All right, yo, show him that Charlie B real quick. And then before we get into
what am I
something.
showing?
I just sent it to your.
Oh, what's in it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can only probably show a little bit.
Skip a little
because copyright situation. But what you want to show here?
Oh, this is I've seen this before.
Yeah, it's an older version of Charlie
were they
Brown.
old?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I can actually do it like this.
Those, yeah, you can't show it, huh? Last time I said something to you, you didn't even play the Western. That's Charlie. It's Charlie at the age of like.
I could, but we can just it'll
Anyway,
cut out.
Lion
We
is
can
start
trim it
doing
out.
drug. Yeah.
Wow.
We got to start putting that we got.
I'm dead.
That like Louis?
Yeah, and I work with him. I work with Louise on an album with Shroom.
Yeah, real
Oh, what?
Yeah,
anxiety, depression, all mixed in the Charlie Brown universe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Yo,
mixed in.
DJ Redborn, New York said, "Yo, that's my girl, B." Got one shout out. Double complexion. Shout out to Divine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Tahuti's good for a snake bite. Yeah. Tahuti's great. Yeah, he's great. He's great. I spoke to him. He said he's doing way better. Yeah. We just okay. Let's go here. Then. Let's go to here. Okay. All right, go up and play this. Yeah, y'all, it's really deep right now. You go up, AD. I'm not gonna double send it to you, but this girl said something that was very I think it's gonna spark us a little bit. Shout out to Neptali too. You know, you can always come through. All right, go up. Go up. I sent you a lot of stuff. What's that? Oh, that's York, right? Those beautiful. Could get into a York thing. Indigenous blacks. Oh, you can play that. Oh yeah, the Chiefs runs. So the Aboriginals.
This video is Barbara Sizemore. She's talking about where we come from and our indigenous roots.
That Africans were here before the Europeans. So what do you do with the heads in Mexico that you find at San Lorenzo, at Tres Zapotes? What do you do with those? What do you do with Columbus's diary that says the Africans know a way to the west, but it goes around the doldrums, we would never survive? What do you do with that? You ignore it. What do you do with Balboa's diary that says we came upon this African village in the isthmus? How did these Africans get here? What do you do with that? You ignore it. Why? To preserve the myth that the Europeans were here first.
I talk a lot about the ancient Egyptians and their connections to the Americas. They found artifacts in the Grand Canyon. They found mummies. They found Negroid skeletons here. This video is of a woman named Barbara Sizemore. She's talking about where we come from.
What do you feel about that?
Yeah, interesting. Not surprising. I mean, yeah.
It's like forever learning, right?
Yeah, it's it's always it's forever learning. That's why I say don't peak or don't stop growing. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean, there's always much more things that we don't know, and you know what I mean, it's whatever you've been told or whatever. Just know that there's more to the story. You know what I mean? Because we only get one story, one side of the story. There's a bunch of stories. There's his story, there's her story, and then there's the truth.
Shout out to Crip Jesus. He said the myth story. That was fire.
Yeah, myth story. Right, you did say that.
Myth story.
Yeah.
Crip Jesus Bible. Go ahead, AD, play that one. Because I'm going to have to just start this one right here. It's very rare. We'll try to check this out. How beautiful the earth is, man.
This one or this one?
That one, the last one. Yeah. This is certain owl. This is Meet the Nocturnal Black Band Owl. Check it out. For all my owl lovers out there, I know y'all deal with the nocturnal night. You probably can't even see an owl in the daytime. Is that all? Is there a slide to it? So he said, that's my girl B. Check it out. Music to it. Beautiful, right? You can't even see that wave. You ran up on that.
Yeah, look black. Yeah, definitely.
I want a black band owl now. If you have one, is it black band?
Yep.
Probably rare.
Black banded.
Black banded.
It's probably a rare.
Check it out, y'all. Y'all know we always show y'all some fly. Yo, the face look ill on that one. Love it. Somebody said the Great Wise Owl. Yep.
Like waves.
Oh. Yeah, it does, right?
Like waves, like you know.
The majestic.
Yeah.
Meet the nocturnal black banded owl.
Back in my waves era.
Yeah. Somebody said know thyself. Yeah, when you look at it, you do say something like know thyself. You feel that. Certain things, I think they say that the Illuminati and the secret societies, they use the owl, but the owl is not evil.
Yeah.
We got to realize that some of these snakes are not evil. We was taught about all these animals being evil. If we wouldn't have them, you have too much of anything else. Right. Do you know all the good rats, stuff that they eat? Sorry for the rat family, but you know, rats got a bad look.
I mean, they could go. I ain't gonna hold you. The rat family could go.
Yeah,
you
but
know what I mean,
yeah, exactly. But the owls catch them and eat them.
Yeah, that's what we needed. Look, nature does it on purpose. You know what I mean? We need to get rid of the rats, right? I don't know what does rats even help with. All they did was cause diseases.
Yeah, and they help us with diseases. The rat lab,
right?
Stuff like
Yeah,
that.
That's true.
So scientists grab them and put them on a wheel.
That's true.
They ain't going nowhere. They're just circling around because we have masters of confusion that's over us, that put in place.
That's right.
That's supposed to be helping us, but you know they kind of like destruct nature. They chop down trees and stuff. And I know you need places to live, but then there's certain places that's sacred, like the mystery spot. All the trees bend inward. I told you, there's a place that exists, and there's one over in there's a vortex or something thrown off with, and you won't believe it until you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can look it up.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
And you have scientists, and you have holy people. And
it's good that we got. Yeah. I mean, you're right. Sorry, rat family. You know what I mean? I know there's some people out there that love rats, right? You know what I mean? Because, you gotta be sensitive. This is a sensitive era.
Michael Jackson loved the rat. He loved Ben.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. You had the rat?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Could never do that, but all right. Yeah, but sorry, people that love rats. I'm against rats, though. I see a rat, I'm just like, nah. Can't do that.
Right. All right, go to the all right, AD. Let's go to let me see. There's so much stuff that I got over the week that's just crazy. Some stuff is just funny, but some stuff is really educational. Okay, you go to the girl. Yeah, right there. We got a girl waiting in Zoom? Okay. After this. Do the knowledge.
Well, I'll be right
back. Test in our labs. Playing?
Gotta go to my IG setup.
Oh, you just can't play it?
I do, but every time we change platforms.
Who needs to hear this? But burning sage and meditating don't make you more spiritual. Going vegan don't make you more spiritual.
She got a voice like somebody.
Going heal don't make you more spiritual. Doing tarot readings don't make you more spiritual. Replacing I with I as in EYE don't make you more spiritual.
I hate that shit.
Walking in grass barefoot and hugging trees don't make you more spiritual. Dressing a certain way and wearing all types of crystals, jewelry don't make you more spiritual. The list goes on and on, but I'm gonna stop there. You can do all those things and still be a shitty person. That don't automatically rank you above everyone else. The real question is, are you doing the inner work? Are you healing your trauma? Are you learning who you are? Are you releasing and unlearning toxic patterns and behaviors? Are you loving yourself? Are you letting go of fear? Are you letting go of ego and focusing on being compassionate towards others? That might ruffle a lot of feathers, but somebody has to say it. I don't know who.
Yo, she's right. Who is this?
Ooh, Lord.
I'm about to follow her. That's the energy.
Like that, ain't it?
I like that energy.
Yeah. And then you notice
Was
that.
that her? Hold on, I want to make sure that was her though. Yeah. She posted that, or this is an account that posted that.
She sound like somebody. I remember somebody that was used to be with Ancient Boy. Her voice. I'm just saying the sound of it.
Oh, it was by Witchy Goddess.
Oh, she's the Witchy Goddess?
I don't know.
Yep, found her.
Jody said she's on point. Marcus said reflections. I love that word.
Yeah.
You can't buy spirit. Energy.
If y'all want to follow her, that was Witchy Goddesses.
Missed that one, Solo Jim. She went in.
You missed it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
What you was talking about?
You know, people that adorn themselves, but inside they have to straighten out. Doing inner work is better than outer work.
Oh, you got to do inner work though.
Mm-hmm.
Inner work is that's why I say people got a lot of problems today. That's why all the fear and the anxiety, the depression comes in, because they haven't healed that past wound. You know what I mean? Inner work is just looking at yourself from a very vulnerable perspective and hugging that, you know what I mean? And embracing it, because look, at the end of the day, life is very painful and it's going to give you a lot of hard lessons. It might be messed up, but it's necessary for you to grow. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the biggest thing, you know what I mean? Because we like to ignore past wounds. We like to we like to run away from it, but you got to address it, because that's why there's a lot of mistakes, or that's why you're probably blocking a lot of your own blessings, is that you're looking at that side of yourself because you're scared of it. You know what I mean? You gotta love it. That's the only way to really even properly grow, you know?
Right.
It's deep. It's real deep.
What happened? Okay.
Oh. But yeah, inner work is very important for everybody though. Like I think if a lot more people focus on themselves from a more loving standpoint instead of a stressed out standpoint, we'll have a better society. You know what I mean? I just think people are all stressed out, and it's always something that's not even that big deal, right? You gotta look at yourself. You gotta look at yourself from a standpoint that, yo, I'm hurt. You know what I mean? I'm damaged. I'm bleeding. You know what I mean? You can't just have a wound on your side and be like, I'm all good. No, you dying. You bleeding out. You know what I mean? You gotta cover that patch. You know what I mean? You gotta address it, because if you don't address it, you're gonna die. You know what I mean? That's the real talk.
Oh, true.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I have a very big heart with that, because you know, this world, I feel like it has a lot of pain. And if you don't address your inner self, you don't look at yourself from a very vulnerable perspective and admit the hurt that's with, you know, admit that, yo, I feel this way, I'm hurt, I'm mad, I'm frustrated. We gotta address that and be understanding it, you know what I mean? And just be okay with that, you know what I mean? It's okay to be hurt. It's okay. Just don't let that be why you blocking your own blessings in life. You know what I mean? Or like why you're not progressing in life, because you're not growing from it. You know what I mean? You got to grow from it and move on. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things I don't like, you know what I mean? But I moved on from it, you know what I mean? And I learned from it. You got to address it, you know what I mean? Like little kids, you know what I mean? You scrape your knee. Look, you got to ride that bike again. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It's fun. It's fun to ride that bike. But once you scrape that knee, it's like, dang, that's painful. But don't be scared of it. Just one time. It might happen again. It's okay. Become a better rider.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's a jewel.
Mm-hmm.
Jewel for you from Solo Gems.
I try, you know. Yeah.
Polish the jewel. That's what you got to do to work when you give them a jewel. You got to tell them to polish it. add to it, right?
Well,
so it shines even brighter, and you seeing that inside, it goes inside. Go ahead.
I like the fact that if people pick it up, you don't have to pick it up. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things I
But
look
it's so
at.
shiny, it's right there.
Yeah, but sometimes people don't want to look at it. Sometimes people rather just go along with their day. I'm okay with that too.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I hope everybody has. I just come from an idea of love. You know what I mean? It's up to you to pick it up. You know what I mean? And internalize it. You might not even get it at that moment. You know what I mean? Like I don't expect people to think what I'm saying right now makes sense. But if they get it in some other level of life, maybe this is the moment you had to see it, and then maybe something happens later, and maybe you think of me just randomly. You know, if you pick it up, then you pick it up later. It's fine. It's gonna be there. It's all good.
Say a little prayer for me. Each morning I wake up.
Yeah, that's right.
Make sure that I shape up. Say a little prayer for me.
That's right.
Together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about the Dionne Warwick version.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, what up? Just hit me out. You just hit me with that. Huh? Oh, she's there? Okay, let's bring it on. Let's bring her on, man. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage. The Podcraft, yo, you dropped that jewel. That was great. Somebody said divinely guided, said pray.
Yeah, man.
Stay prayed up. Stay up.
Real perspective.
Right. Go ahead and introduce AD.
Hello.
With my man
Hello.
Lance.
Hi.
Peace, how you doing?
Hello.
Great. How about yourself?
I'm great. How you feeling today?
Hey, I'm doing well. I can't complain. You know, I'm alive. another day to get it right.
Right. So we said right. How do we pronounce the name? Jwanna?
Jwanna, you got it right.
Jwanna, yeah.
Mhm.
That's beautiful. Okay. Welcome to the show, the Killah Priest
you.
Podcraft.
Thank you for having me.
Lance told me what you said.
I said thank you for having me.
Yeah, Lance told me a lot about you.
Oh
said,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
So you're a musician?
Well, I write a lot. I write books. I write music. I do a lot. I have my son in the 12th house, so I'm one of those people who just do everything, a little bit of everything, trying to soul search to figure out who I am. Because as you know, with the sun in the 12th house, the identity is hidden, you know, so we go a lifetime trying to figure out who we are. And so I have my hands in a couple of pots. You know, I'm a scientist, writer, a little bit of everything.
Beautiful. Yeah, he was telling me because we talk about a lot of astrology and tell us how do astrology affect you and us?
Well, for me, it's a personal thing because I had a lot of childhood trauma, a lot of questioning about God and why certain things were happening to me, and I just could never understand it. I grew up Catholic, grew up in a Catholic background, and just couldn't find the answers there. And I always knew then that something was different about me. And astrology, especially for people that are spiritual, it just kind of falls in your lap. It's like a divine calling. And astrology actually saved my life. It actually helped me to understand why some of these things happen, some of these energies, and why the generational trauma was there. And so it just helped me to understand and find my purpose in life, what the soul's purpose is. And so, like I said, astrology is for different people. It means different things. And for me, I was soul searching and it just fell in my lap and I just took it and ran with it. And here I am 10 years later and I wrote a couple of books and I love it. And it's something that you never stop learning. It's always something new that you can learn from it. So yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, it inspired you, right? How many books do you have, by the way?
Astrology books, I have 3 books, but I also have other books. I'm an end-of-life doula, which I help patients transition over when they're dying. So I wrote 2 books on death and dying. One it's for teens that have lost maybe a mom or a pet or family member that's trying to cope with loss. And I also wrote a book on the loss of a child. I have a friend, a dear friend that lost her daughter, and she inspired me to write this book. And I dedicated it to her and her daughter. On loss and grieving and how to make it a little bit more tolerable, because it's something you never forget. But as time goes on, you can kind of, have some healing aids to try to help you cope through the trauma.
Right, really. That's deep, man. Yoshi, she's a life doula too. She was telling me, how does that affect you? That's a deep thing to do. Do you have any? I know that's like ministering to people that's about to transition over. Do any of that like affect over into your personal life?
Well, it's a calling. I think if you understand what death is, it's because we always look at that as doom and gloom, as like it's just the end void. There's nothing else, And then this ideology of that when you die you go to heaven, and you go to hell or some lake of fire or whatever. But when you a spiritual person and you've been through a lot, and a lot of things are revealed to you, you understand what death is. And for me, death is something, that's not to be feared, because it's a process of life, just like you're born. It's a process, and it's something that's so taboo we barely talk about it. So I think education is important when it comes to being an end-of-life doula. It makes the transition a little bit easier, not as scary as most people make it. Now, don't get me wrong, there are people that die tragically, and I don't have all the answers, but I can tell you that there's life after death. There's something else going on after. So whether you believe in whatever you believe in, just know that we're energy. Energy doesn't die. So it makes it a little bit more tolerable. It makes it a little bit more easier to swallow at the end of the day. And there's things you have to do. You have to protect your energy. You have to, just kind of put yourself in a box so you're not really absorbing all of these different things throughout the day, because life can be hard sometimes, So even if on a daily basis you have to have some type of practice just to kind of balance and ground yourself to get throughout the day.
Right. Yeah. I find that. Yeah, that is deep.
I agree with that.
I find it very important to balance, keep them just learning on that.
You have to have balance. Duality is important. I think, so many people, they're caught up in this trap about, if I go this way or that way. It's just balance. Like whatever decision you make, the universe is going to support you. Whether it's God, the universe, energy, whatever you want to call it, it's going to support you. You just have to make the decision and make it your intention and stick with it.
Right.
So did you have a presentation you wanted to do, or are we going to, are you going to?
Well, I just was going to kind of talk a little bit about my book, Behind the Veil, the 12th House, and then go more in depth with the Pluto book, because I think Pluto is very important for people to know where Pluto is in their chart, to understand the things that we fear and the things that we need to work on in this lifetime, what the soul's calling is. The 12th house book we can just kind of touch on, because that's specific for a certain, we all have the 12th house, but not all of us may have planets in here, but we all have a Pluto placement. And I think that's important for people to know.
Did you need to do a share screen, or?
I don't actually, I kind of got things just here ready.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is going to be incredible. Let me see, man.
I was gonna say I have the PDF also that was sent to me, just in case you need it.
That's your book right there. I love the color.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh yeah, which one? Behind the Veil or Pluto?
The pull of
The
Pluto.
power of
The pull of Pluto.
Pluto.
Yeah. Some there's those colors be getting me. I'm like, yo, that's deep. Like those colors.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Is there a reason why you chose purple?
No, actually, it's just the person that illustrated the book actually picked that color.
I got you.
But I do
got you.
like purple. I do like purple.
Got you.
Just worked out that way.
Right.
What's up?
Wow. This is great. It's beautiful. All right. So, I mean, whenever you want to take us into the world of your, I was always wondering, because we have seekers, seers, and it's coming around a lot more now. And I just want to commend y'all for coming up.
Thank you. Yeah.
And
You know,
sharing. But
it's tough, it's for like, I'm extremely introverted, like so someone like me with the sun in the 12th house, which I'll start on the 12th house. We'll talk about the 12th house first.
Yeah.
I have my sun in the 12th house, which means the sun in astrology is where you shine, it's your vitality, it's where your energy is. And mine is in the 12th house, is in the house of Neptune, Pisces. And with the sun in the 12th house, the ego is completely dissolved. Like, you're here to help humanity. You're here to make an imprint on the world. There's no gains from it. Like the 6th house, that's opposite of the 12th house, you gain from your service, from your work. But with the 12th house, there's no gain. You're here to, this is, especially if you have Pisces at the 29th degree, which is a critical degree, this may be your last time here on Earth. You may just be going somewhere else after this. You may not be reincarnating if that's what you believe in, whatever you believe in. But the 12th house is a house of Neptune and Pisces, and it's a house of spirituality. It's a house of fantasies, sleeping, the subconscious, place of confinement. And I don't mean to sound gloom and doom, but this is what the 12th house is. It represents suffering, addictions, escapism, all the things that are not physical, like houses 1 through 11. These are physical houses on the earth. The 12th house, you're caught up in spirituality. This is where you're connected to the divine, whether it's divine energy, divine source, divine God, whatever you want to call it, you're connected there. And in order to understand it, your life can be extremely challenging, depending on what planets you may have in the 12th house. For me, my sun is in there. So my sun is my ego. So my ego's hidden from me. There's no ego, so I'm here to help. I give a lot. I give a lot because I'm compassionate. There's a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy for human beings. Just a little bit of background about Neptune. Neptune is mystical and inspirational. Also, Neptune can also govern addiction, escapism, and illusions. A lot of people with their 12th house placement can result to escapism because you just feel so much. You just feel everything. You feel the suffering. You can walk into a room and just feel everything. So it's an extremely tough placement to have in astrology. And my heart goes out to people with this placement because I lived it and I know what it is, how to feel this way. And it's the house of spiritual rewards. Even though the houses can be difficult, you find your spiritual gifts in this house. Your calling is placed here even though you didn't ask for it. You can be a person that's completely oblivious to astrology and energy and divine and God. And if you have 12th house placements, it will fall in your lap some sort of way. That's just the way it is. And it's the ending of the ego-based world. The 12th house, is a bridge between spirituality and reality. So for me, I'm pulled between two realms. I'm living in the spirit world. I'm also living in reality. So sometimes the mundane tasks of life are just like, for me, they're just like, oh my God, why are you concerned about like shopping for like a curtain, like when there's so many other things in this world we could be concerned about. So a lot of people with 12th house placements, they can be a bit dreamy. They can be pulled, somewhere else. It's like you can talk to them and it seems like they're not there because their mind is being pulled somewhere else, in another realm, another dimension. So sometimes that's hard, especially if you have a job, kids, a family, and all those things. You have to find a way to balance that. Also, the 12th house is the karma house. This is where your karma is resolved. 1 through 11 is the karma. The 12th house, the karma goes to be resolved. It's like I said, it's a portal to the divine. It's a connection to the divine. It's also a house of self-undoing because it's a tough house. It's a house where there's so many things you're dealing with, addictions and all these things, mental asylums, a lot of people with drug abuse, and alcoholism. They may have 12 house placements. If they're not balanced, if they're not psychologically balanced, physically balanced, mentally balanced, they can have a lot of trouble with this house and not understand, especially if you don't know astrology. And it doesn't have to be all gloom and doom. I've learned to balance my 12th house. I've learned to accept the gifts from it. I've learned a lot of things about myself, especially with the past, the trauma from growing up and trying to understand parents and all these different things. It taught me a lot about myself. So I'm able to present myself to the world and help other people or other young people that may be going through the same things that I'm going through. So this is why I wrote the book. There's a lot of information out there about the 12th house. And, everyone has their take on it. But I find it a house that can be a blessing to you once you learn how to use the house properly, the energy in the house.
So does each of us have a 12 house, or is it something? Okay.
We all have a 12th house. We may not have planets in the 12th house. So for me, my sun is in my 12th house. I know people with their moon in their 12th house, Mars, Pluto, Venus. These people have different, the theme is the same, but depending on the planet, the energy is different. Where people with Mars in a 12th house may have an issue with aggression or drugs or alcoholism, whereas a person with Venus in the 12th house may have an issue with love and, just self-confidence and self-love and self-sabotage. It just depends on which planet's in there. But the general theme of the 12th house is just, it's where you go. It's where things go to die. It's the house before the ascendant, the house before the first. This is where things go to die. Everything goes to die. Deaths, karma, everything. And you're caught between two realities, two realms, spirituality and reality here on earth. And but as I said before, I've learned to use that house for my benefit. Because if you know how to balance that house, it's a gift. It's a blessing and a curse. Let me put it that way. It can be a blessing and a curse because you do feel everything. You do feel the weight of the world on your shoulders. You do feel pain and suffering. You do feel like just things that need to be fixed on a humanitarian level. You can empathize. There's a lot of empathy in this house. And the reason why is because you've gone through so much. You can have sympathy for other people, but empathy is different. Because empathy, you actually know what this person's gone through. You felt it. You can feel it. And there's a lot of feelings in this house. Hence why a lot of people with this placement, with these planets, may turn to alcoholism, may turn to drug abuse, may turn to other vices to cope as a coping mechanism. Hence why I never judge. When I see someone that may be struggling with addictions, they could very well have these placements.
I always wonder too, the reason why I asked that is is it fate? Are we going towards our 12th house? Do we experience it? Everyone's going to experience their 12th house, or does the 12th house?
Eventually. Yes, eventually you will. The 12th, especially with the sun in the 12th house, from books that I've read that it's probably your last time incarnating here on Earth before you go to wherever you're going to, whether it's source energy or whatever. This is where you meet God. This is where God comes in. This is your subconscious. mind. This is where you are stripped of everything. This is where you're stripped of the ego-based world. So everyone has a 12th house. And I think just depending on the degree in the 12th house, where the planet or where your sign may be, depends on whether or not this may be your last trip here.
Wow.
Yeah. It's actually really interesting.
Yeah, it's deep. I actually kind of relate a little bit to what you were saying.
Yeah. It's very tough. And another thing about the 12th house is there is an absence. Most people I know with the sun, especially the sun placed in the 12th house, there is an absence of the father. Even if father was missing, he wasn't as attached. There wasn't this unconditional love from your father. So there's also that trauma that's attached to the 12th house, especially with the sun in the 12th house. With the moon, it's the mother. But with the sun, it's the father. And a lot of readings I have done, because I also do tarot readings and natal charts. A lot of these people with these placements, they grow up with this inner child wounds that need to be resolved. And I tell them, depending on how afflicted the sun is in the 12th house, there could be some unspeakable things that have happened to these people when they were younger, or maybe from a past life that needs to be resolved. It's something that, it's soul work, it's shadow work, it's things that we need to resolve in this lifetime. And like I said, it can be a very, very dark house. I love astrology, but I am also into the kind of, I wouldn't say dark side of astrology, but the melancholic side, the taboo side of astrology, where people, where most people are positive. They're like, oh, this stuff is so dark, and but these are the things that are inside of people that need to be healed. So this is the stuff that I touch on, I deal with. I've always been attracted to the 12th house, the 8th house, and the 4th house. And those are the three houses that to me represent like the deepest part of us, the deepest part of what the soul wants us to work on or heal or transform or transcend. So that way, we can reach some sort of balance in life, some sort of understanding as to why certain things happen to us. I think people are so caught up in woe is me sometimes, and they don't understand that sometimes these things have to happen, unfortunately, and they're not always, it's not fair. Sometimes it's not fair, but sometimes these things have to happen for transmutation and transcendence. And I believe that God gives his toughest battles to the strongest people. So and that's the way I look at it. I from personal experience, the mother was missing, my father, there's a relationship there, but it's there. And growing up with that, imagine a child, between the age of, I would say from 7 to 14, trying to understand, why, my mother's not in my life, while my father's not in my life. These are some things that can cause a lot of issues with children, psychological issues. And I've always been one to think that astrology should be a part of psychology, but it's not a recognized science. I am a medical scientist, it's my full-time job. I'm a medical scientist, so I have to be objective in my thinking. So going to astrology, a lot of things were correlating with my life. A lot of things were just making sense. And I said, oh my God, that has to be something there. So I've done a lot of research, with a lot of charts, and, about 99.5% of the time, these charts correlate to the trauma that people have faced in their lifetime. And I don't have all the answers, but I was blessed with this gift to help people understand, why maybe they're going through the things they're going through, to make it a little bit easier for them.
That's real.
To handle.
You just made the house haunted. Stay in the house. Is there any back doors in these houses, or does this house just like one way in and one way out?
Well, as far as backdoor, I think this, like I said, this is where things go to die. After this, that's transcendence. Listen, I don't know where we're going next. I just know there's something there. I don't have all the answers. You know, I had a near death experience when I was about 6 years old, 6 or 7 years old.
Right.
And I remember my mom at the time, and I never told her this story because she doesn't even know this. But my mom, I went to a pool with my cousin, and my mom turned around her back for like 5 seconds, and my cousin pushed me in the pool. And I remember going down. I didn't know how to swim, and my mom her back was turned. And I remember feeling like I was sucked out of my body. And I remember seeing my cousin staring at me and seeing my mom talking to my stepdad at the gate. And I remember seeing her turn around and start to scream. And I remember seeing my stepdad pull me out. And I was about 7 or 8 years old. And then when he pulled me out, I kind of got sucked back into my body. So, you know, that's as close as the nearest death experience I've had. But I've done a lot of research on NDEs, and I've read a lot of books where doctors have written about, you know, people that have had these experiences, and, you know, and it raises an eyebrow for sure. It makes you wonder, especially like what happens. But I definitely believe in there's life after death, and there's, you know, another place we go to. Now, the way most people want you to believe it, I don't believe it's that, but I do believe that we're energy and we return to source, or we go somewhere where we have to work on things and maybe reincarnate to come back to fix it before we can transcend.
Wow. That's kind of like, I had a similar experience.
Yeah.
Wow. That's kind of deep. I almost drowned
Right.
too. Wow.
Really? Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had that. Yeah. And I mean, but you know, it's something, but at the time I didn't understand until I got older. You know, astrology didn't fall in my lap until I was like in my, you know, late 20s. And then it just kind of came to me, like just kind of fell there because I was looking for answers, because I was just so angry with everything, because I just couldn't understand, you know, why these things were happening all the time to me, and why was life just so difficult, you know. Oh my God. You know, every day I woke up, oh God, one little thing was an inconvenience, and I just was becoming this negative person, and I was just going on this slippery slope. And then, you know, things just started aligning, you know, the universe started aligning with me, and things just started kind of putting me on this path, and here I am, you know, I'm 45 now, and I've got a different perspective on life, and I just want to help people to understand that, you know, bad things happen, you know, that's just the reality. Bad things will happen. It's just how we choose to deal with them. You know, we can take the energy of that house, and we can either say, well, you know what? Oh my God, this sucks, blah, blah, blah. Or we can take it and we can use it to help others. And we can understand, hey, you know, sometimes bad things happen. Bad things happen to good people, and roll with the punches.
Right, no problem. This is my man Gustavo just joining us. We got that was deep, what you just saying. Shout out to Gustavo on the building. And one brother told me to check out, as we build on, I'm gonna check out that butter tea from Nepal. Yeah. I saw your message in there. This is really deep. Those experiences, man. You go through those.
A couple of the planets in the 12th house, I could just go through like a quick synopsis of some of the planets and what happens.
Yeah.
So I told you about the sun, you know, the father may be missing, you know, you need your alone time. Alone time in the 12th house is extremely important.
Right.
You have to have alone time. There's a lot of isolation in that house. And the reason why it's a lot of isolation is because in order for you to find God, honestly, you have to be isolated. You cannot find God with all these people around you and all these influences. God will isolate you in order to work on you, and that's just the truth. I find that a lot of people find God not when they're at the top of the mountain, is when they're trying to climb there. That's where they find God, when things are hard. So you have a lot of isolation in the house. And you know, so that's what the sun in the 12th house, you know, the father may be missing. Alone time is, you know, is imperative. You know, very spiritual. You have to have some type of spiritual practice. If not, you will, I don't know, you will probably lose your mind, because it's a very tough house. The childhood, there's a lot of trauma from the childhood. Depending on the planet, it just depends on the planet in there. But with the sun, you're a very, very spiritual person. It's either the sun or you have Leo on the ascendant, because the sun is the ruler of Leo. So if you have the moon in the 12th house, it's something to do with the mother. The mother may have been unavailable, separate or hidden from you, maybe lost. There's emotional sensitivity to pain and suffering in life. There's a heightened sense of intuition and empathy with the moon in the 12th house, because the moon is extremely psychic. And the natives may have deep feelings and like extremely vivid dreams. And I always tell people with these heavy placements, therapy is very good. I'm a big person. I believe in therapy. I think that therapy is important because sometimes these things are so heavy that you do need some sort of assistance. Mercury, and I'm only going to talk about the personal planets, not the outer planets with the 12th house, like, Neptune, Pluto and all that. I'm just going to talk about the personal planets. So with Mercury, controls communication, is controlled by Gemini. So if you're able to communicate with the divine easier, these people have easier access to the divine or God or whatever. So these people are good writers.
Can you explain?
So explain what, like, with Mercury or the divine, or
just why they're more tapped in with the divine.
I'm a Gemini.
Because Gemini controls communication. Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, and these people have an uncanny ability to just communicate better, whether it's through prayer, affirmation, whatever, because their senses are heightened in the 12th house. So the communication is much better. I always tell people when I see this placement that they should write. They should communicate. Some type of songwriting, some type of book writing, some type of something that deals with communication. They should do, especially when Mercury is transiting in 12th house. I mean, you have a lot of, I can't remember exactly who. I don't know if it's John Muir. I can't remember. But I think he has Mercury in his 12th house, or maybe Mars. I can't remember. But a lot of songwriters are people that communicate very well. They write the most beautiful songs, have Mercury in their 12th house.
I think Kanye's a Gemini. I think.
Kanye has his sun in the 12th house.
I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, I know.
But I relate to what she's even saying right now. Like, it's kind of deep.
You may have a 12th house placement. You can go and pull up your natal chart for free online and see what your 12th house placements are. But I know Kanye definitely has his sun in the 12th house, because I saw that and I was thinking, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, he's a genius, with lyrics, but there's also some other hidden things there I'm not going to get into. So Venus in the 12th house, you have Libra on the ascendant, because Venus is the ruler of Libra. There's a lot of, you kind of devalue yourself a lot. You think that you're not pretty enough, because Venus controls a lot of beauty. Libra people are extremely beautiful people, but when it's in the 12th house, you tend to devalue yourself. So you have to put up strong boundaries. That's another thing about the 12th house. Secret enemies and boundaries are very, very important with this house, because you will encounter a lot of people that are jealous of you because you have kind of a light. So you attract a lot of broken people with the 12th house placements because they see a light in you, and that light is God, right? Broken people are looking for light. So you may go through your life thinking that, why do I attract all these horrible people, man? Like, why do I deal with so much, just bad people? And that's because you attract a lot of broken individuals because you're looking for a light. You're kind of like that light that's in them, that they're looking for, that hope that they're looking for. So this is why you may attract broken people. So you have to practice discernment with people, because you can't help everybody. You have to, and that was my problem. Like, I try to help everyone.
Are you a Gemini?
No, I'm actually a Cancer sun,
I should have let
Cancer rising, and a Pisces moon. I have a lot of water, but I have Gemini in my 12th house.
Okay.
Gemini with the sun and Gemini in my 12th house at a critical degree, actually, at the 29th degree. So I'm hoping this is my last spin on this planet, but we'll see.
So if I tell you, my birthday and all that, you'd be able to tell me some cool stuff.
Yeah, so if you go to like any like free
Let's do it
natal
right now.
chart-
Let me just tell you. My birthday is December 18th, 1982. Tell me.
Okay,
Let's go.
So you would have to pull it up like your natal chart. I don't have like access to pull it up right now because I'm on my phone.
Okay.
So you would have to like pull up your natal chart and tell me your 12th house placement. What sign you have in your 12th house and which planets you have in there. And where Pluto is.
Where Pluto is.
Yeah, where Pluto is. I can help you with that. So with Venus, there's a lot of hidden love affairs as well, because Venus is Venus controls love. So if you have a person with Venus in the 12th house, they could have a lot of affairs, a lot of hidden love affairs, because in the 12th house, everything is hidden. It's a house of the subconscious. It's the house where, you subconsciously do things and you're able to just go in and pinpoint all these subconscious activities that people are doing. You pay attention to these things. Mars, Mars is the god of war, so you have Mars in the 12th house. There's some aggressiveness that can be presented. And a lot of times, these people are spiritual warriors, man. Sometimes they're unable to express how they feel, so they get a little bit upset. So that's where the aggression comes out. Another thing about Mars in the 12th house is that you need to stay away from drugs and alcohol, because this is a common placement for people that do a lot of drugs, drink a lot of alcohol, become alcoholics. There's everything in moderation. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but you just need to be careful with Mars in the 12th house, especially with drugs and alcohol. And then there's Jupiter. Jupiter expands everything. Wherever Jupiter is in your chart, it will make it just bigger. So for instance, I have Jupiter in my first house, right? So the first house, is appearance and self-identity. And also I have Cancer in my first house. I'm a Cancer rising. So Cancer women have chubbier faces, bigger other aspects of their bodies. So Jupiter just expands that. So in the 12th house, Jupiter can expand whatever's going on. Jupiter can be a guardian angel placement. Also, they have kind of like the savior complex, where someone that needs to be saved, they're always there. Like they have like the savior complex, this person's whatever. Well, I need to save them, which can kind of be, a little bit, kind of not good for you because it's energy draining. They're big thinkers, they also will ask a lot of questions, who is God, what, why, and all these questions about God. And so Jupiter is another placement in the 12th house. Saturn in the 12th house, because Saturn delays everything. Saturn delays but never denies. That's what I always say about Saturn to my clients. If you have Saturn placed in the 12th house, it's restrictions. Whenever you see Saturn, there's restrictions. Another placement where the father could be missing. A lot of frustration. If you believe in past lives, you maybe haven't treated someone properly in a past life, and now this karma's coming back to you with Saturn in the 12th house. Sometimes it restricts spiritual progress. So you really have to work with Saturn in the 12th house. For these people, I really do suggest some sort of therapy, because sometimes it's very hard to deal with Saturn being there. And it also limits losses and it limits expenses. So Saturn, like I said, Saturn will restrict you but won't deny you. So those are the planets in the 12th house, the personal planets. There's also outer planets like Neptune, Pluto, Uranus, that I really don't speak on, because with the 12th house, I only speak on personal planets, because to me, they affect the native more than the outer planets. So yeah, but if you go and pull up a natal chart, you can definitely get your 12th house placements and where Pluto is in your chart, and I'll be able to help you. I just don't have my computer up to have access to it right now.
Shout out to my brother Lance in the building too. Shout out to Lance.
You see Lance. Hey, Lance.
Yeah,
Peace.
You know, I met Lanson when I was working in Juneau, Alaska, as a traveler, as a medical scientist up there. I went to Juneau for a couple of months, and I met him. He's the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, he is.
On Tinder.
Lies.
Yeah, you use the word Tinder.
You kept it a bean. He said, "You know where you find me."
You can't use Tinder, man.
They was definitely medically exploring.
No, I Myers shopping for groceries.
Yeah.
Lies, Nikki.
Yeah.
That's not even right, Lancy.
My man.
Yeah. Exactly.
She's a good lady. She's a good lady. Very intelligent.
I use the word tender, man. So tender love so tender. But that's beautiful though. Oh man, you know we gonna ask you, man. You got a wealth of knowledge, and we could just hear it coming out of you. I had a couple of questions, but we could just start off. I mean, you're not finished your presentation. Yeah, I mean it's beautiful to build with someone who's experienced some of those things and to actually go through it yourself, because I do believe there's a dark side. There's something to learn from the shadow world.
Yeah, there is. You know, I think a lot of healing comes from the shadow. I mean, you have to heal in order to go to the light. You can't just walk into the light. You have to heal. Right. And I think a lot of people avoid that aspect of themselves. Right. I love the shadow. I live in the shadow. I love it. I've made a home there. You know, those things don't bother me like most people. Those topics don't bother me. Taboo topics, especially.
Right.
And I think, you know, you have to have someone to guide you. You know, 12th house placements, especially 12th house sun placements, are considered the Earth guardian angels. You know, we're considered Earth angels because we're here to help humanity. And, you know, as with anything, you know, people need healing. And, you know, healing is very fundamental in becoming enlightened and understanding yourself. We try to run from those parts of ourselves, but those are the things that make us who we are. And we all have different paths in life. And once you embrace that, you know, you'll just see how much better your life, how much clarity you have going forward. It's the hard work, man. Like the shadow aspect is hard work. Everyone wants instant gratification. And unfortunately, with this type of work, you have to do the work. If not, it will just follow you and haunt you. You have to face those demons in your closet. You have to face those skeletons, and you have to face them head on. You have to stand. You just have to stand in your power, and it's scary stuff. You know, it's stuff that you don't want to feel. It's stuff that we suppress. But those things also keep us bogged down and keep us from becoming the best person we could be out of our higher self.
Wow. This is fitting. This Lance would break something like this. This is beautiful. You know, it's like that aha moment, honestly. Like when you get, and you can build on this. Like it's like not scared of the haunted house anymore. Like when you get to a certain age or certain know-how, you can get on that train and go through the haunted house and not be so scared, because you know that those are actors, or you know that they're props that they put up in there to scare you. Right. And you're afraid of the dark. But then when you get to a certain age, you're like, man, I'm not even scared of that. I walk through.
I'm not afraid of it. Right. I'm not afraid of it anymore. You know, you make a home there. I've learned to make a home there, and I've learned that this is my calling. When I was younger, I used to be afraid. I've developed anxiety. I was afraid of everything. And I've learned to confront those fears. And that's the only way to get past them, is to confront them. And sometimes you may need help to confront them. Sometimes, you know, it's hard. It's the stuff that people deal with, because these are the things we don't talk about on a daily basis. We like to talk about, mom bought a new car, or dad bought a new car, but we bought a house, or the positive things, which I believe in. I believe in positivity, but there's also those people that are dealing with these things on a daily basis. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, which is the 12th house, the things behind the scenes. that need to be confronted. And these are the people that need the most help. And these are the people that suffer in silence. And these are the people that, they think about the unthinkable. They think about, maybe taking their own lives, or these are people that have been through trauma, so many unmentionable things in their life, that they need help. And I believe that the universe has put me here to help those people understand. And I think I had to go through some of those things in order to empathize with those people.
Would you consider yourself, because this is how you coming off to me, like a therapist? Like I feel this kind of calmness, and you touch on a lot of stuff like a therapist would, and it's kind of like I feel comfortable just like, opening up. Just like Salo just said, I went through some of those things in my life, and this is an important truth that we always have to come to. What you're speaking on.
Right. I would say a therapist because, I'm trying to save myself as well. The thing about it is, with these placements, we can save everyone else but ourselves. We have to really, put a lot of work into ourselves.
Right.
I think it's a calling. Let's just put it that way. It's a calling for me. I'm able to empathize. I think empathy helps heal a lot of people. Every day, it's not a day that goes by that I get a call or maybe run into someone, some stranger, or maybe someone that knows me that calls me up and they can talk to me about things that they normally won't talk about to other people. Yeah. And sometimes these subjects are uncomfortable because I have no judgment. So I think people are comfortable coming to me.
Yeah.
With these lands.
He's right there. No, because I get that same. I get that same vibe when I talk to Lance. A lot of times, and he has that spirit too. Like you can talk to him about mostly anything, and the whole vibration is coming back around full circle with him introducing you to us, and it's like it's just a beautiful vibe. Like a lot of things you're saying that now it's dark, and it's like, damn, this thing, man, I feel this certain times, like, damn, you feel down sometimes and just like feel like, damn, that's a wall and stuff. How do you deal with those things? Like, I'm not just speaking for me, I hope, but sometimes
that's real. That's real. I mean, yeah, you gotta feel vulnerable though. You know what I mean?
What do you say, scientists?
It's vulnerability. It's what it is, and it's like I said, it's not an easy process. Like, me 5 years ago, I couldn't sit here and talk about my life without bawling, without crying, but it's a path, and it's not, like I said, this is not for everyone. This is not for everyone. This is some tough stuff. Right. This is some deep, dark stuff. But I think I'm well equipped to deal with it because I've been through it. I lived it. My life, don't get me wrong. My life hasn't been all doom and gloom,
Right.
I've had a really good life. I have beautiful children, was married to a beautiful husband, just well taken care of by him and my children. And I had a good life. It's just the childhood aspect of it and getting to where I am today, that took a lot of work. That took a lot of effort and a lot of nights where I just didn't understand what was happening and why is this happening to me? Oh my God, how come she gets to have this and I never got this? Memories, growing up, I was raised with my grandmother. I remember, and I remember growing up. My grandmother at the time, she was elderly, and I remember getting on the phone. And I'm not looking for a sympathy story here, but I'm just telling you this is where the stuff comes from. Right. I remember, having to order my own Christmas presents on the phone because she was too old to do it. And then my neighbor next door, her presents are all wrapped up. So those things kind of stick with you, as an adult. And these are the things that need to be talked about and addressed to heal that childhood trauma. So that way, people can move on in their lives, because life is meant to be beautiful. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to wake up and want to just live your life to the fullest. But we have these things that we need to resolve, and if you don't resolve them, they just fester up. They don't go away. You can suppress them, but eventually they will manifest back, and it will rear their ugly heads. And these are things that need to be resolved in your life. So many people run away from these things. They shop excessively, not just drugs and alcohol. There's other ways to do this. I mean, me, I like to shop. That was my therapy, shopping, buying things, especially with Venus in the second house, because Venus controls, especially in the second house, resources and beautiful things. I like nice things. Or there are some people that may turn to other vices. So people need healing, especially in this day and time, So I think energy workers, light workers, whatever, it's time for us to come out from the shadows and start helping people, and especially with Pluto in Aquarius now, and start helping people so we can, heal this world.
And that leads me to a very, very deep question I want to ask you, because the Super Bowl just passed and the 49er fans are feeling down. What would you tell any 49er fans?
I have to be honest. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. I'm so sorry. I'm not a football person.
Yo.
I'm sorry.
Yo, that was the funny,
I was at work saving lives at the hospital. So I didn't even watch the game. That's another thing about the 12th house too, especially with the sun in the 12th house. Sometimes you're just disconnected from a lot of things that people find interesting. I can't tell you the last time I watched a television show.
Right. It was a joke. I was just joking. I was supposed to be a joke.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. 49 fans, they'll get over it.
Yeah. I didn't know who was playing until I asked yesterday. I said, who's playing in the Super Bowl? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yo, it was mad funny yesterday.
I heard Taylor Swift won.
Yo, it was so funny yesterday. I'm watching the game, right, with all these people in Vegas.
Right.
Word is bond. Every time I'll send you the video, Priest. I'll have to send you the video. Yo, every time Taylor Swift's picture came on the TV, everyone starts booing her. Once her face is off the TV, everyone go back to normal. It was the most funniest thing I've seen the whole Super Bowl, yo. It was hilarious.
Crazy. All right, let's get back to a bill. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Let's get back to a bill. And but it does play a part in us feeling down and stuff like that, and embracing the darkness. And
you gotta embrace the darkness. Right. You have to. You just have to do it. It's hard work, but you got to do it.
Right. Yeah. I think Salo. I think you got something you want to ask it because he resonating with.
No, I agree. I think people are very afraid. I think people don't like getting deep into the surface. I mean, we like to judge and stay on the surface because it's a safe place to be. You know what I mean? Right. But we don't like diving deeper because we're afraid we're going to drown. But the truth is, we're not going to drown. It's just you're going to learn how to swim. That's all it really is. That's why I kind of relate to what you're saying in general.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think the 12th house is something else, wait till you hear about Pluto. Pluto, just a little bit of background about Pluto so you can understand. Pluto was discovered in 1930. And Pluto symbolizes regeneration, transformation, and rebirth. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. Pluto right now is in Aquarius. As you know, it just entered Aquarius. And Pluto for me is in my 8th house. It just went into my 8th house, which is, the house of taboo topics and sex, death, and all this mysticism stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And Pluto represents transformation and evolution of the soul, what the soul needs in order to evolve. And wherever Pluto is where we have fears, what we are afraid of. So wherever it is in your chart, this is something you need to work on, because there's a saying, when all else fails, God sends in Pluto. And Pluto doesn't come to play. Saturn might just tap you on the hand and say, okay, you need to learn this lesson. but Pluto will come in and rip it up. And it's like, listen, this is what I need you to do, whether you like it or not. And it's tough love. That's why I consider it tough love. A lot of astrologists are afraid of Pluto. You know, they have this doom and gloom with Pluto. But Pluto here is just here to take us to our higher self, for us to get rid of things that are no longer serving us, things that we refuse to let go of, things that we refuse to just let go of so that we can transcend and transform. So depending on where Pluto is in your chart, it just depends on what you need to work on. So I'll go through the chart, but it takes Pluto 248 years to make one revolution around the sun. So it's a slow moving planet, or slow moving dwarf planet. So it's generational. The effects can be generational, and the effects are also individual. 1 day on Pluto is about 6.5 days on Earth, just for your own knowledge. So Pluto was named after Hades, which is the king of the underground. And the name meant riches, right? So you have the different generations that may have that have Pluto in different zodiacs. So Gen X will have Pluto in Libra in their natal charts. The millennials will have Pluto in Scorpio. The Gen Z will have Pluto in Sagittarius, and Generation Alpha will have Pluto in Capricorn. I was born in the Pluto in Libra generation.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's any correlation with the Disney movie? No, seriously. No, because the dog name was Pluto. And with Mickey Mouse, right?
Yeah, it wasn't
His name was
I
Pluto.
don't know. I never really thought about that. I don't know. I have to look into that. That's a good.
Right?
I'll have to check that
Look,
out. Let me write that down.
Dogma.
Pluto.
Yeah, he was a big
Yeah. I'll have to check
That's
that
just
out.
my mind. I just ask questions. I just ask questions, stuff like that. Because maybe you could put. There's certain people that can put things together,
Right.
but we don't know. We all children watching these TV shows. The dog name was Pluto. You come back, they come back around.
Oh, you know what? I'll have to go research that and get back to you about that and see what watch a couple of Disney Pluto shows and see what
So first thing that came to my mind,
characteristics he has.
Yeah.
I don't know. He looks kind of high on this one, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. So, yeah. So Pluto is the archetype of the soul's desire. Wherever Pluto is in a chart is where we have access to the soul's intention. Wherever Pluto is what we're here to transform and transcend. It's a catalyst for profound change. It forces us to face our most, our fears. It faces us to face the things that we are afraid of, the things that keep us up at night, the things that just sit there and linger. It forces us to deal with, whether we like it or not. So there's a difference between natal Pluto and transiting Pluto. So I'm going to talk more about the natal Pluto chart, where Pluto is in your natal chart when you were born. Because to me, that's the most important part of learning Pluto. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was in 1778 to 1798, and we had the American Revolutionary War. So guys, I don't know, but Pluto just entered Aquarius, so I think there's going to be some profound change coming. I'm not a predictive astrologist. I'm more of an esoteric astrologist. But there's going to be a lot of changes coming up because Aquarius is all about the common man and Pluto is all about change. I think a lot of government things are going to start collapsing. Things that are not for the people are going to start collapsing. That's just my take on it. Different astrologists believe in different things, but the common theme is Pluto comes in in order to have things rebuilt, you just have to level it out. And unfortunately, things just have to be leveled out for it to be rebuilt. So that's my take on that. So Pluto will be in Aquarius until March 2043. It's going to retrograde back into Capricorn in November, but then it's going to go back into Aquarius in November sometime this year and stay in there until 2043. So I'm just going to talk about Pluto through the different houses. From house 1 through 12, and I'm just going to give you different things you should look out for, understand about Pluto and what Pluto's trying to teach you. So with the first house is all about self-appearance, self-identity, the body. These people with Pluto in the first house have a lot of Plutonian energy. Like if you look at them, they kind of seem like they're withdrawn a little bit. They have just this dominating appearance, just this dominating personality. They just tend to be very Plutonian. Commanding presence is what they have. And when Pluto's in the first house in the natal chart, it's asking you to transform your identity. Basically, you're asking yourself, who am I? What am I? Who am I attracted to? And these people have a lot of problems with depending on other people. They tend to have a problem with only relying on themselves, like self-reliance, because maybe in a previous life or maybe when they were a child, someone may have let them down. So they have this wound that needs to heal. So they must learn to, partner with other people without the fear of losing their independence. These people are very powerful too. I know a couple of people that have Pluto in their first house, and let me tell you, they command. When they walk in a room, their presence is very commanding. And sometimes they can be mistaken for being mean or just being, not nice, like kind of resting face, but they have no idea that they're doing that. It's just the way they are because it's in their first house, it's in their ascendant. So they feel they just present themselves to the world that way, but they have a inner wound where they need to learn how to be codependent, allow other people to help them, allow someone else to intervene and help, and not just be so independent where you feel like you're by yourself in this world, because it can be very lonely when you feel that way. So that's Pluto in the first house. So we have Pluto in the second house, and also with Pluto in the first house, these people may have had to grow up early. They may have had to, when they were a child, they may have had a situation where they were forced to grow up faster than normal. So that has a lot to do with the independent factor. So in this lifetime, they need to find a way to be able to depend on someone while being independent and feel safe and secure with that. So that's Pluto in the first house. So Pluto in the second house. So the second house controls values, resources, and the things that we desire. Venus controls the second house. And Venus is all about, money, value, resources, and all those things. And these people with Pluto in the second house, they kind of doubt themselves to feel self-sufficient. They have insecurities about their resourcefulness. Sometimes these people, they can kind of be born into money, but then they'll lose it because Pluto is here to show them that they are self-sufficient. You have to lose something in order to gain something, meaning that, let's just say you have a home and you lose the home. You may lose the home, but you gain confidence. There's some kind of deep loss of something. It could be kind of financial. It could be maybe, honestly, I've seen people with Pluto in the second house, their resources. And when I talk about resources, I'm talking about not just money. It could be your legs, maybe in a past life, they did something with their, legs that cost them to make a lot of money in this lifetime. And they were so afraid of losing that money that they held on to it too tightly. And in this lifetime, Pluto's trying to show them that, you have to let these things go so that when you can depend on self, you understand that you have it within you. And also Pluto also wants you to contribute to the collective with the second house. So you can have all these resources, but if you're like money hoarding and you have all this money and you're not helping the collective, Pluto can come in and make it where, you know what, you're going to lose all this stuff if you don't help other people out, if you don't give back. And I think we see this a lot now in society. I think a lot of people are so selfish because it's all about I. Not everyone, but there are people that are just about I, not really thinking about the neighbor or, let me help this person or can I help this person? We have so much. You have enough for yourself. Why not help someone in need that could benefit from this in a way? So that's Pluto in the second house.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
How do you know which number is a part of what house? If that makes sense.
So if you look at your natal chart, so let me just pull this paper up. So this is a chart, right? So this is a chart. Can you see it? Okay. So this is your natal chart, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have the different houses here. So each house represents something in your natal chart, some personality or some characteristic. So the third house controls communication, the fourth house controls family, and so when you pull up your natal chart, you're going to have your planets and you're going to have your sign that controls that whenever you were born, whatever sign was in that house. So depending on the energies in that house, we're able to determine and decipher characteristics and personalities about you. So this is a natal chart, but this is just kind of like a little synopsis of a natal chart. So I'm able to look at this and say, okay, the second house is, well, I know this by heart, but the second house is controlled by Venus. The second house is in Taurus. And, this is what controls this and what controls that. But with your own natal chart, you can have your second house in Sagittarius, or your second house can be in Cancer or Leo. It just depends on what time you were born, the date and location, and the city and state. So you would have to pull that up to see your own individual chart. In my chart, I have the second house in Leo, and I have it in Venus. Okay. And Venus loves beautiful things. Venus loves like perfumes and beautiful things. And honestly, I have nice food and just wine and dining, and
wow,
and that can be very that can be hard sometimes,
right?
Because when you're it can be tough sometimes to say no sometimes to some things. Some people can have Saturn in the second house where it delays or restricts money until you're older, and there's a reason for that. Maybe in the previous life you just ran through money, you just mismanaged it. Saturn's here to teach you, okay, well, until you learn the importance of money and resources, I'm going to restrict you until you're able to manage it better. So that's Pluto in the second house. So Pluto in the third house controls communication. And whenever I encounter people with Pluto in the third house, it seems like these people may have had their voice taken away from them when they were younger. Like, it maybe they had a family member that was dominant over them, or maybe had like a sibling that just spoke over them. So their thoughts and their voice got kind of stuck. So the problem with this is your voice is your most important part of you. It's how you communicate to the world, how you're feeling. It's very powerful. So these people feel very intimidated to speak up. I have Saturn in my third house, which makes me a little bit of an introvert when it comes to public speaking and communication, but I'm working through that. But Pluto in the third house can cause, a lot of issues with communication and confidence and things they're trying to express, what they're trying to say. And I always tell people, you have to speak up. You just have to speak up, because there's something you need to say that can help transform people. And you have to trust that people will hear your story and value you. And I think these people are afraid of speaking up because when like I said, when they were younger, they may have had their voice taken away from them for some reason, maybe some domineering parent, or maybe a sibling, or maybe someone just stole their voice from them. So with Pluto in the third house, Pluto's trying to get you to speak up and share your story with people, because you never know who is listening, and maybe it may affect someone in a profound way. Pluto in the fourth house. Now, this is a tough placement. I have this placement too. I have Sun in the 12th and Pluto in the 4th. So yes. So Pluto in the fourth house. The fourth house is ancestral lineage. It's about family, foundations, mother. The mother's in the fourth house, right? Home, your basic foundation, your basic sense of security. People with Pluto in the fourth house, there's a lot of dysfunction in the family. Lots of dysfunction. The mother may have been missing. Maybe she was jailed. Maybe she just, wasn't able to take care of you. Or maybe she just, something happened with the mother, some type of trauma where she wasn't there to give you the basic security, the basic nurturing love, unconditional love that you're supposed to receive. I have this placement. You're considered the black sheep of the family, with Pluto in the fourth house. However, you are the family healer. This is where it stops with you. This is your chance to forgive and learn to trust. I suggest therapy with this placement because it's a very tough placement. It is a very, very, very tough placement because it's very deep emotional wounds that need to be healed. And it's not that your parents didn't intend to love you or your mother didn't intend to love you. It's just that maybe she wasn't able to because it's unconditional. It's generational trauma that's found in this house. A lot of times I find that the great-grandmother didn't speak with the grandmother didn't have a relationship with the mother didn't have a relationship with the daughter, then it all falls on you to heal this wound. Just like I said, it's a very, 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 very tough placement because it's your home life, it's your private life, it's emotional security. There's a lot of family secrets in this house, suppressed family issues with Pluto in the fourth house. You have to face it and you have to heal the generational trauma. And I'm speaking from experience, okay? Speaking from experience, you have to heal this trauma because this is the death of the old family pattern. You were chosen to heal this. And it leads to the birth of a newfound family structure. So your children can go on and love their children and their grandchildren and the grandchildren. You are the start of a new lineage here. So you have to heal this wound. I ask a lot of my clients to seek therapy with this. Some sort of therapy because this is a very deep, 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 deep wound. This is another tough placement in astrology besides Sun in the 12th house and Moon in the 12th house. So I would suggest some sort of therapy, getting in touch with yourself, understanding that it's not your fault what happened. You were a child. You didn't deserve any of this stuff that happened to you. It's not your fault. And learn to forgive and love again and search for unconditional love because it's out there. So this is what I suggest for the fourth house natives with Pluto. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else to talk about. And you also have to establish boundaries with Pluto in the fourth house because you never really got that unconditional love as a child. You fall victim to a lot of relationships where you just want someone to love and they might not be the right ones for you. And you will tolerate anything just to get that. So you have to have strong boundaries and practice discernment with Pluto in the fourth house.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you going through each house?
Yeah.
To the first.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We have 4. All right. So does it go backwards or forward? Like, how does it affect us? Does it start from 12 down to 1 or?
Well, it's from 1 to 12, but it just depends on where it is in your chart. So where it is in your natal chart. So if it's in your natal chart, it's going to be in one of the houses, not all of the houses. So where you were born at the time, date, location, city, and state, depending on where the planets were lined up, this is where Pluto will be at in your chart. For me, it was in my 4th house. For you, it may be in your 6th house. For someone else, it could be in their 7th house. It just depends on where you were born and the information in your natal chart.
All right. So it's deep because I noticed that we're going backwards to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
the 12th house I started off with because that was one of my books behind the veil. Right. But from 1 to 12 is for Pluto.
Right.
With 1 being identity, some kind of transformation with identity. The second house being some type of transformation with resources and our values and possessions. The third house being some sort of transformation with communication. And the fourth house being with family, because the fourth house controls roots, foundations, family, mother.
All right, I get it. So we're passing like each of these houses.
We're kind of going counterclockwise.
Okay.
So if you look at the chart here,
So
we're
like when the rocket go off.
we're kind of going counterclockwise is what we're doing. We're going from 1 to 12. Yeah.
Okay. 12 to 1. Yeah. All right.
So Pluto in the fifth house. So the fifth house controls creativity.
I thought we was in the fourth.
So the fourth, yeah. You want to hear more about the fourth?
Yeah.
Okay. So the fourth, like I said, the fourth controls foundations, family, mother, home, the basic foundations, your basic security. You know, when you come out the wound, you know, you're supposed to have this love and comfort and just this unconditional love and feel safe. And a lot of these people didn't have that. So they go through life feeling this emptiness, this lack of not being good enough, this void, you know, just this, you know, inability to feel unconditional love. And it's out there. You just have to trust yourself and trust people to love again and to, you know, and that's the hardest part, is trusting someone. A lot of insecurities, because, you know, that's where security is built, in the home. You know, you learn security. So these people have insecurities. Relationships are not the best because, you know, they can be a little bit of problems because, you know, these people are insecure about themselves. They want to make sure that you love them. You know, they're searching for this love. And sometimes they search for it in the wrong people because they just want this so bad. So this is a wound that needs to be healed. And this all starts with self-love. You have to love yourself first before you can love anyone else. And you love yourself first, and you know what your boundaries are with people. And I do have this placement, and it's not an easy placement. And I don't want to, you know, call out anyone, but, you know, I have this placement, and, you know, the mother was absent, raised with the grandmother, and I never really had that closeness with my mother. However, you know, it fell on me, and with my daughter, you know, it's different because I made sure of that with the healing that I had to do in order to break this cycle, this vicious cycle, because my great-grandmother and then my grandmother didn't have a relationship. My grandmother and my mother didn't have a relationship. And I'm just speaking, you know, I'm just showing you how this correlates because I have this placement, and my mother and myself, we don't have this relationship. But my daughter and I, we have a relationship, and we have a very strong relationship. So you are the black sheep, and you also are the healer. You are the healer. You are breaking generational curses here. So it's a lot that falls onto your lap.
Can I add on? All right, I just want to add on. We have 4. Now, in the Kabbalah, it says it symbolizes, it's the word delat. And it says lowliness and consciousness of possessing nothing of one's own. And that's crazy because you coordinate it in the loneliness is synchronized all together. I'm not here to teach. I just want to add on to what you're saying. And this is in the Kabbalah, this is in the alphabet. The let, which means it's the door. And that's crazy that you open up, because we're talking about houses and it all relates as one.
Right.
So that confirms what you're saying is some spiritual connection and some geometric connection to what you're saying. So I'm kind of locked in. Did I use the word? I mean, but you know, it correlates together.
Right, it does. And I don't know if you ever heard of human design. There's this program. I can't remember the guy's name, but he actually incorporated astrology, the Kabbalah, and I want to say I Ching. and designed this human design thing. It's like the new astrology.
Yeah.
And created this program where, I mean, it incorporates all the stuff, and it's very accurate. You might want to check that out.
Yeah.
It's called and
Human
it's
design.
human design. I can't remember the guy's name, but if you Google it, you'll find it.
Right.
But it incorporates all this stuff, and your basic foundations, your this is supposed to be strong. Your foundation is supposed to be strong.
Right.
And when you have these people with Pluto in the fourth house, their foundation's shaky. It's very shaky. And and it's a very, like I said, it's a very, very tough placement. And these people, they're in search of unconditional love that they never received as a child. And mostly it's from a past life, or it could be from a child from ages 0 to 14. Whenever I see this is what I correlate it to. And it's like I said, it's a tough placement, and I suggest some sort of therapy for these people, because it's, even thinking about it, like, I get emotional, because I can just imagine, imagine having a 7-year-old or 8-year-old that doesn't understand what's happening. Why doesn't my mom love me, or why doesn't this happen? Why isn't this happening? Having to deal with this stuff. This is some heavy stuff, and
you're very spiritual, I have to say. I won't mean to cut you off, but I feel your energy is different, because I can connect with you, but I actually feel what you're saying, and it resonates. I don't know if up here or in the audience.
Yeah, I relate.
If you're an audience, you have definitely you have a connection, vocal that I kind of connect with, and I can actually see what you're and kind of feel what you're saying. It's deep.
Right.
I don't know if you resonate, that energy that's resonating off you as you speak is holding volumes.
Well, if you live through something,
yeah,
empathy and sympathy is different. I can empathize with people a lot, because I've lived some of these things.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just life. Sometimes we're dealt some cards. You just have to know how to play them. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are lost. They haven't found something to hold on to help them. Thankfully for me, I found astrology. I found astrotheology. I found God in that. I found myself in that, and I was able to heal. And it's a never-ending process. Okay, it's a never-ending process. So, like I said, God gives His strongest battles, hardest battles, to some of the strongest soldiers, and I think that I was one of those people. Even though sometimes I don't think it, sometimes I'm, but I appreciate and I show gratitude for the things I had to go through in order to be here to help other people understand, because we need healers. I think the world. Listen, I work healthcare. Okay, we have a lot of doctors, we have a lot of lawyers, we have a lot of all these people. We need healers, man. It's what we need. People need to heal. And there's so many broken people. And I'm coming from a place of empathy, and that's hard, because when someone does something to you that can hurt you, and you find in your heart to forgive them, that's a hard thing to do as a human being. You don't have to forget, but you can forgive, because forgiveness frees up a lot of that energy inside of you. I'm a big believer in manifestation. I'm a big believer in you can manifest whatever you want if you believe it. This stuff gets all in the way. You're trying to manifest something in your life. You got all this hatred, all these unresolved issues, all these things going on. This blocks you. This is a block, an energy block. So in order to live your best life, you have to free all this stuff. And unfortunately, traditional medicine, we really don't talk about this stuff. Psychiatrists, drugs, they put you on some type of psychotropic drug, make you forget or make you feel less. And unfortunately, that's just not the answer, because you still have that stuff. You still have to deal with it. It's still there. You're just masking it.
Right.
So we do need healers, and there's a lot of healers out there. I just think that astrology and the healing arts have been, demoted to pseudoscience. And I'm a medical laboratory scientist. I'm a scientist for a living, and I have to be objective in my thinking. And I'm going to tell you, You guys pull a natal chart. You look at, where your Pluto is in your chart, where house it's at. I promise you, it's going to correlate with some of the themes that are running in your life. Because the thing about it is, if you don't learn the lesson, it's just going to keep repeating itself until you learn it.
I see that. You ever heard of the app called CoStar?
Yes, I love CoStar.
Oh, okay.
A lot
That
of
makes
astrologists
sense.
don't, but I love it.
Yeah. I had a friend that made me download that app before, so I kind of it sounds like what you're saying. Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I check my CoStar every day, and let me tell you, sometimes I'm like, I read it and I'm like, I'm looking around like, oh my God, it's so accurate. It's like, okay, who's calling me out here? Yeah. And I love CoStar. It's a very enlightening app. It's you can have your natal chart on there. I don't really think you can pull up transits, but you can get your transits somewhere else. But you do have your natal planets, like where the time you were born, the date and time, city, state. You can see where your planets were placed in your chart.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like I remember I downloaded it. I still have it in my phone. I just like I don't really check it so often, but I try to, I dibble with that depending on what was going on in my day. So I'll look at it,
Yeah. I love CoStar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I remember I got in a very long conversation about it. I was like, oh, I didn't know about all this Zodiac stuff. So all I know is a Gemini, and that was it. But,
yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, it's pop culture astrology. Like, oh, I'm a Gemini. Listen, you have a sun sign, a moon sign, a rising sign. Okay, you got 3 major signs. Yeah. This is what I look at. I look at your 3 major signs. I look at where Pluto is because I care about what the soul wants. I work with the soul stuff. There's astrologists, there's different types of astrologists. For me, I'm more attracted to the 8th house, the 12th house, and the 4th house. Those are my calling. This is where I feel the most comfortable working with. There's evolutionary astrologers, there's all type of astrologists. But I promise you, if you pull a chart, right, and you look at that, you're gonna just be, it's gonna be mind blown because this stuff correlates. And even skeptics, I work with, a lot of people that are scientists that have science backgrounds and everything is science. Oh, the science has to prove it. And I said, what's your date? What's your date of birth? What's the time you were born, city, state? And I tell them something about themselves and they're like, hold on, how could you know that?
Yeah, I get her with Kai Zodiac. If Kai Phoenix. Definitely.
That's deep, yeah.
Right.
That's deep.
Right.
Yeah. I'll probably check out.
House.
I'll probably check out my CoStar a little later. I'll probably look at it. I'll look
at
it.
Download it. You can actually add friends on there. You can actually see what they're going through. You can do chart synastries, I think. But CoStar, to me, I love it. I know a lot of, I call them pop culture astrologists, don't like CoStar because they base a lot of stuff on their sun sign. But it's always accurate for me. Like, it calls me out at midnight 01 that I'm up and I'm checking astrology. I'm checking my app. I'm up at night. I work night shift. So, and also 12th house people are with the sun in the 12th house are typically night owls. We're up at night. So I tend to drive more in the night. So as soon as I see 12:01 a.m., I'm checking CoStar. I'm like, okay, And of course, I mean, you guide your own destiny. No app can tell you what to do with your life. You have control of your own destiny. But it is kind of a good navigation system, especially if you're going through something and you're like, it kind of makes you raise an eyebrow, right?
Mm-hmm. We was talking to somebody that was talking about what time we was born. And somebody said the late night hours. Was that? Because I was born late at night too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
what was that?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
Somebody said something that's deep that you talk about the AMs.
Right. Yeah, I was born at 6:26 a.m., which is right before the sunrise. So the sun is in the 12th house right before the sunrise. So I was born right before the sunrise, and that's where the sun is in the 12th house.
Wow.
So yeah, it's actually really interesting stuff. And like I said, it
What time?
correlates a lot. I was born at 6:26 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I know
So I was
born in the
so
afternoon.
twilight, so right before sunrise, right when it's like, in between worlds. Hence, my sun is in the 12th house. The 12th house is in between two dimensions. It's definitely interesting. It definitely makes you raise an eyebrow. I tell people all the time, especially skeptics, just pull your chart. Just pull your chart and it'll tell you right there. It will tell you your life story right there. Just pull it. I mean, it will tell you. I have one. I've been a traveler for 17 years, working healthcare, going to different hospitals, traveling around, and I ran into a coworker that was extremely religious, so to speak. Didn't believe in any of this stuff. Didn't believe in astrology. Thought it was devil worshiping. Thought all this negative stuff. Whatever. And she's like, "Oh, I can't believe in this stuff. It's pseudoscience." And I looked into her chart and I told her something about her having to have in vitro in order to conceive. And I mean, how could I have known that? And she was just blown away. And ever since that day, she's a client of mine. So it's there's some truth there. I mean, whatever you believe in, that's on you. But we all have things to get us through life, and astrology is definitely one for me. I love it. I think it speaks a lot. It speaks about what you're here to do. If you're lost and you need help, it's there to help you. Predictive astrology, not so much. I'm not into that. I'm just here more for healing purposes.
We love you. We love what you're speaking. So deep, and we tell your energy. But we at what we call 3 as understanding. I know you're about to hit 5 again, but we have to close out soon because we have a music thing. But I would love to hear 3 to 1 the next time you come.
Sounds good to me. Thank you for having me, and thank you, Lance, for introducing me. I appreciate that, and it was nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, Lance said
I think Lance said he left.
I want to know before you go, because I want to read your book.
Mm-hmm.
And I want it. We got information. I want you to plug us to your book. I think to me, you have a voice of a real healer, and you don't get that a lot. And I hear, and being a scientist, whether you're a scientist,
I'm a medical scientist. I'm a medical laboratory scientist. Yeah.
I can tell you've been there. I can tell you that you've been there. So a lot of people talk and they haven't been to the places when you actually are in there and you're dealing with trauma and you know how to weave through that. You can feel a certain vibration, like it's getting food from a farmer, fruit from a farmer,
right?
Than just from the grocery store.
Correct. You're right about that. That's a good way to explain it. So yeah, my books are out there for help. I also do readings. I do personal chart readings. And I have a website. I'm also an end-of-life doula. And I also do tarot. I do all these different spiritual practices that people may need, just depending on what you need. So yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah, exactly.
Deep.
Yeah, exactly. Where can we find your website and everything's up there too?
So yeah, my website. Hold on, because it's a little long here. So my website for my end of life doula is called The Soul's Journey. It's the Souls with an S, Journeys with an S.org. So www.thesoulsjourneys.org. And I also am on Facebook as the 12th House Sun Astrology. And I'm also on TikTok as the 12th House Sun Astrology. And I also have Mermaid Astrology.
Wow.
I lived in the Keys. I live in the Florida Keys. I'm back and forth between Boston and the Florida Keys working. And so I have Mermaid Astrology that I also do home appointments out in the Keys for clients.
This is heavy.
Yeah. And my books are on Amazon. They're, on every platform. Behind the Veil, the 12th House Light and Shadow of the 12th House, and The Pull of Pluto. And those are some really good books, and they're easy to read. They're not like so technical where you can't understand the verbiage in them. You know, the common person that doesn't do astrology can pull their chart and follow the book along, and it'll help them understand what their soul is here to do.
Easy read. I like stuff like that. How you feel?
It's an easy read.
Great.
What about you?
Fire.
Fire, right?
Great download right now.
Right. What about you, AD? Yeah,
Very
it's
nice.
crazy.
Very nice.
Man, we got to do this again.
Yeah, for sure.
For real, we
Yeah,
definitely
you
got it.
guys-
Well, you
it was-
between you in the Florida Keys between where?
So my home base is in the Florida Keys, but I work in Boston as well. As a traveling medical scientist. So I go to different hospitals and work. Because there's such a shortage in our field, they'll hire you to come and work for a couple of weeks or whatever. However, I did take I'm in the process of moving to Boston full time. Well, the outskirts of Boston. I took a full-time position up here in Boston, so getting ready to, relocate the family and all those good things. But they're down in the Florida Keys right now, enjoying the beautiful weather. And it's supposed to snow here tomorrow, so in Boston, so I'm a little jealous.
Wow. Yeah. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got anything y'all want to ask her before we late?
Nah, I'm great, man.
Yeah, she got me stuck.
Well, thank you guys for having me. I'm telling you, my because I have like Saturn in my third house with communication, my anxiety was just through the roof. I was like, oh my God.
Everything's adding up. She said she in the third house and her anxiety's through the roof. Everything's adding up. It's just like everything got to do with the house.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because it's
when you talk about Alicia Keys. Right?
But thank you guys for having me. And I appreciate it. And it was nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, we definitely, we'll be at your house knocking. No doubt. All right, thank you for coming.
All right, thank you.
Jwanna, ladies and gentlemen, Jwanna has came to the craft, dropped jewels, dropped bombs on us. We gotta get in tune. You're very interesting.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And thank you, Lance, man, because Lance is always doing it. Then he just vanishes.
Yeah. He's probably doing his music stuff,
Yeah, exactly, man. Incredible voice. Lance is he's always working. He's always doing great things out there in Juneau, Alaska.
Yeah, he is. Very kind soul. Very good. Very, very good person.
Exactly.
Very, very good person.
Exactly.
And just a great humanitarian too, because he does so much for people.
Yeah, it does.
That's right.
Man, oh man, don't make it too long. I mean, you can stick around if you want. We're gonna go to music.
Well, I think I'm gonna go and probably just breathe and de-stress.
Yeah, do that.
And but you guys, thanks so much. And anytime you want me back, I'm more than happy to come back.
Definitely.
Man, you got to come back.
Yeah, you make me feel I'm at home, right?
Huh?
Make me feel comfortable at home.
Yeah, you were saying a lot of stuff. We'll talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're saying a lot of stuff that resonated
thank
with
you
us.
guys.
Yeah,
No problem.
Thank you.
All right,
we're
thank
letting you off the
Bye.
craft.
Thank you.
Bye.
See how the rocket ship go?
Yo, so Priest, tomorrow we in New York City, I will be hosting with Jay Dilla's mother, Ma Dukes. Jay Dilla's 50th Jay Dilla 50 New York City tomorrow with Large Professor, DJ Spinner, and I'm some nice guests.
P. Shout out to tell Large Professor I need my beat.
Let's get it. We're gonna be at New Blue, guys. So that's on Avenue C,
so you out
downtown. I'm out of here, guys. I'm out of here. You know, I just came to the craft, say what's up.
Yeah.
She dropped a lot of good gems, a lot of nice perspective of what's going on. But rest in peace and happy birthday to Jay Dilla last week. You know,
straight up. And I love that Sun Ra shirt you got. Where'd you get that?
Oh, you need one?
Yeah, come on, man.
What size are you? 2X? XL?
3.
His publicist will tell you after the show.
All right, thank you.
He has a fashion person.
I came down now. I'm a size small.
You're small
for big people. Now I'm coming down. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Definitely.
That is fire.
But you need a hoodie though, right?
I need a hoodie. And I want the hoodie, that same color, the hoodie and the t-shirt.
And the t-shirt.
That's
right?
fire.
Yeah. Sun Ra, right? Yeah. What's up with that game last night, man?
I wanna we'll talk about that. I wanna do. I told you I want to redo his movie.
Oh, for real?
Oh, I'm talking to my man Katia.
It's dope. I love that movie. Yeah. It's amazing. That when I seen that, I was like, this dude is another. He's out of here. He's out of here.
You know the place. I'll get it. I'll get it soon. But you know what I mean. I gotta work on my son Ra to become Ra. That's what I said in the song. Yeah. I was talking about Sun Ra. Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of Pharoah Sanders too. He's real dope.
That's the Loneliest Monk.
The Loneliest Monk. You know.
I heard his name was That's the Loneliest Spheres Monk.
Loneliest Spheres.
Yeah. Pharoah Sanders and Sun Ra. Yeah, they was them jazz musicians was in it. Put on the kufi and just.
Idris Muhammad, he was fired too.
Yeah. Heaven. Look Like This. What was the name of that song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Roy Ayers.
Yeah, Roy Ayers. Come on.
Ubiquity.
Yeah.
That's a dope.
Heaven looked like that. This is what heaven. It was like a song about heaven. Heaven. You looked it up, AD? That was a fire disco joint, but it was disco jazz. The way he did it, he just heaven. I'll get it soon. What happened was the game, man, it was over, man. I heard the Aboriginal people won. Shout out to y'all, everybody in the building. We're going to keep on moving real quick. We're going to go to this music. I like that hat, the LP, Solo Gems was dropping jewels. That's how the officer that pulled up on me and Divine that time. Shades on, he was like, you know I could take you to jail for not having your strap on. Because he pulled us over and he was like real strict.
Man.
Like when he walked, he was like scissors. He's like,
mm-hmm.
We were sitting in the car and he pulled us over somewhere. I don't know, it was Florida or the South.
Something like that?
Yeah, he wanted to know. Yeah, the speeding, they know the law. For real.
Yeah, right?
They like that. Yeah, show them. Yeah. Nah, that's too much. That's a little bit of the other one.
Other one?
Yeah, like that.
Oh, man.
It's almost military.
What, number 2 Petty?
Yeah, we were sitting in the car and he was speeding. Check it out. I think it was
what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
You know how you driving? Yeah, you could drive like 5 miles over the speed limit a little bit.
Bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do?
I was doing, yeah.
Oh, you're a stickler.
Yeah.
Bad boy. What you gonna do?
Oh, shoot. Hey, you feel it.
That was an ill show we used to watch, Channel 5.
Yeah. Channel 5 that was fake.
Ah, come on, man. Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
We know that was fake, man.
I didn't know that. I believe that until I saw homegirl put the makeup.
It's TV.
Yeah. She putting on the makeup. I was like, I thought she was a real crackhead. But she put on the makeup and then the film crew came out. I'm sorry to spoil y'all, but Bad Boy was, I was like,
Cops.
Damn. Cops. Yeah.
Cops.
Yeah, it's all acting, to protect the innocent. But there might be real ones now because you got YouTube. It's a real joint. Remember the magazines for the Puerto Rican magazines? They show real cats getting their head blown up. That was bad, man. I think it's Telemundo. Yeah. Yeah, but he did pull us over, right? And so you know how you go a little like 5 miles over the speed limit?
Never. I would hit the speed limit right there. Flow of traffic.
Say D for you, huh?
Flow of traffic can go to 75 though.
Then you gave me the look like you hit the shot and turned around.
Oh yeah.
Flow of traffic.
Yeah. Oh, I go with the. Well, he went over.
Oh man.
And the cop pulled up right on us, yo. It was like, yo, you was doing the 304, the 607, and the 809.
Oh yeah.
In the lane of
guys,
blah, 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 blah.
Shit, I did a 403 last night.
Oh.
304, you mean?
This was a 403.
Oh, backwards?
Yeah. She
Woo!
definitely was.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
What's a 403?
Yeah.
Let me try to.
Yeah.
Oh, the opposite. There you go. I got it.
Uh-huh.
If you don't know what AD talking about, just type it out, text it out, and put it upside down. It's 3 or 4. Anyway, I know.
400.
Yeah.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
And I'm like,
All right.
I'm trying to be cool. And like, officer, he was only doing, a little bit 5 miles, maybe a little bit above the speed limit.
Right.
I watched it. It said 85, maybe 70, but he did like, he was doing, if it said 70, he did like 73.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He said, I know. I said, he was only doing 73, and he goes, I know what the speed mile is 70. And he said, I can arrest you right now for you because you didn't have your strap on. I didn't have my seatbelt.
Right.
He said, I didn't even know that. He was like, yeah, you have your seatbelt on. You could blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
603, and that's a 409.
That's straight protocol.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
straight protocol. He's straight.
I almost went down.
6-0 on the 5-4.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know what you mean. Yo.
They tried to take me out.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Being divine.
Yeah.
All subjects are
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Man.
I'm taking AD and Dimitri. You heard him? He taking you to People's Court.
Oh,
Doom.
It's okay. We get that judge that we had in here. Remember that judge?
Doom. Yeah, she'll get you right off.
She was good. Yeah.
Yeah, she was dope. She was like that's a judge that you want on your side.
Mm-hmm.
She a Leo too. She was like,
yeah,
go right up and in. You good.
Yeah.
Realness.
She'll prep talk you too. Just keep your head up. She'll prep talk you.
Yeah.
Like who? How do you know I was gonna say Andy Reid?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, when you played, that was
Like that?
hilarious. Oh man, Divinely got it. Divinely got it. Shine a light. Peace to the Lord. Yep, exactly, man.
You out?
Travel in harmony. Yeah, exactly. I think you want to. Okay, who was that? You wanted to disappear? That was like a shadow. Sorry to do you like that.
You wanted to fade out?
He left like that.
That was swift.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Don't say my
name. Yeah. Well, you know, 49ers in the shadows right now.
Yeah, exactly.
49ers. Shout out to the 49ers out there, man.
Yo, I know it'd be having some fun over here. Shout out to Mojito. Mojito has not wilded out lately.
Yeah, he's been.
Well, he been good. What you been doing, AD?
Huh?
Mojito haven't been wilding out lately.
Oh, you missed it. He wilding out right now. He's
wilding on the dog.
Yeah, he's wilding at the dogs.
Screech. Capping.
Shout out to Honey.
Yeah.
Honey,
All the dogs in the world.
All the good dogs in the world.
You own a dog. Yeah, peace to my man, because my man got he got one of the illest pits I ever seen. Still got their ears, but they real short. It shouldn't be that big, but you own a dog. All right. Information begins gathering. Say that.
Word.
The kingdom. All right. I love this. Thank you, Dorian. I love this podcast. It's the best. We show it's real, man. Yo, she came in and she was just like, I'm attracted to the darkness. Darth Vader.
I resonated with her. I mean, I understand.
Yeah, I know you did.
I understand where she's coming from.
Yeah, she was saying some deep stuff.
Yeah, like I feel like I said, like she said actually, you got to get comfortable there. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you got to learn how to be vulnerable with yourself. Like I said, it's pain. You know what I mean? But pain is going to happen. It's going to come and go. You know what I mean? We got to experience pain to learn how pain hurts.
Yeah.
You know, if you never burnt yourself by accident on the stove, you know not to do it no more, right? You know what I mean? Why keep putting your hand back on the thing?
Right.
You know, you got to burn yourself at least a couple times.
Right.
That's how it goes down.
I remember doing it willingly.
It's like,
no, you did it willingly?
I'm like, let me see how this hurts. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's hot. I ain't gonna do that again.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like Homer Simpson or Peter Griffin. Yo. Well, yeah. Well, you try things. If it's not good for the body, then you know.
Yeah. My favorite analogy was the water one because it's just. I think that's the self-explanatory one. Like I said, you gotta stop sticking to the surface. You gotta learn how to go into the water and not be afraid to drown it. You know what I mean? That's why my favorite ones because you gotta learn that we typically fear that we're gonna drown, but you're never gonna learn how to swim if you keep holding on to that fear.
Right.
So that's my whole thing. That's why I understand where she was coming from. It's like resonant. You know what I mean? And it's scary too because you don't know what's in the water. You know what I mean? That's the
black
real
and
talk.
cold,
Man.
and it's dark.
Yeah, it's dark. I mean, there's life in there.
The black cold
You know what I mean?
of the sea.
A lot of things are fair in the water.
Yeah.
A lot of things are fair.
The pilot whale is coming. You don't even know about the blackness of the sea.
Yeah.
It's very dark.
Yeah, it's dark.
It's so dark it makes the water haunted.
Mm.
Cannot get out of it. Is the darkness that captures us.
That's real. No, it's real though. I know.
Not to your last single breath when you're in the depths of the darkness, in the abyss.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing voiceovers. That's hard, right?
Yeah, that's real. I mean, it's pirate. Yeah, you know what I mean.
So you locked in?
Oh no, no.
Yeah, you locked in. You locked in.
I'm always focused, you know.
Yeah,
that's just how I
yeah.
am. Like I'm just always focused, but yeah, no, I'm just I'm very straightforward. I mean, look, I think it's
good.
No, but it's good though. That's good
Yeah.
to have a sense of humor with it too. Like, you know, because that's how life is. You gotta be comfortable with how you comfortable. I mean, everybody has it in different flows in different ways. You know what I mean? That's the best thing about being a person is that we're all different. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna be like another person. Nobody's a clone. You gotta be yourself. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
That's
You know what I mean?
right.
And that's real talk. I mean, look, and it's all joyful. You know what I mean? We're comfortable here on the craft room.
Right.
It's fun. It's a fun experience. Everybody has a different experience, and you know, it's a good time here. You know, like I said, we learn something in different ways. You know, I just learned about the houses today. You know what I mean? I didn't know how many houses there are.
Just learned about the houses.
Yeah,
the houses could be haunted.
Right. No, they could be. Yeah, that's real.
House of light.
Houses could be haunted. That's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until you start being like, yo, that's not real.
Yeah.
That ghost with the curtain over it, or somebody just popping out at you at that one specific corner. Like, yo,
You see how deep she got?
yeah.
So you got to spark Sallow up. That's when you get deep. I know when you're gonna go in.
Oh, me,
Yeah.
I let people do
Yeah.
their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to steal nobody's light. You know what I mean? That's not my goal. My goal is just to, you know, feed onto it, and maybe I could give you a different perspective. Maybe it's a similar perspective. It really resonated. She said she drowned. I had a similar experience. You know what I mean? And that's deep because you know what I mean. Without that experience, I feel like it's like a learning lesson. You appreciate life a lot more.
See how that coordinate?
Mm-hmm.
You said that's deep.
Yeah.
And then we talk of water and drown.
Yeah. But that's how it is. It always coordinates like that. It has to coordinate like that. You know what I mean? We might fear it. You know what I mean? Real talk. We just so stuck on fear. I think this is the truth about the world in general. I'm going to stay real quick.
Sure.
The truth is we're so used to paranoia and fears that's what destroys us, right? And look, this world's going to give you a lot of things. But you got to learn how to conquer fear. That's the real talk because that's real world. The world's going to give you a lot of problems to solve. You know what I mean? You can't fear those problems. You have to eventually solve them. You know what I mean? That's the real growth. You know what I mean? We're so that's why I think people get so stuck in a void. They don't ever like get out of it. It's an endless circle they spin around. You gotta look at yourself from from an outside lens, right? Look at yourself, right? Then go into yourself and embrace yourself, because it's something that is very home in. You know what I mean? You can't learn to fear the world. You gotta learn to embrace the battles that's going to be coming to you. You know what I mean? That's something that I just learned throughout life in general. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things you could sit down and hold on to, and be like, yo, I'm so hurt and damaged. I can't. Why does this always happen to me? I question a lot of things as a kid. You question a lot of things as a kid, right? But you're really on. I think kids are so on point. I've always said kids are very on point, that once they started realizing something and pay attention to it, they're like, yo, I don't know how to. They don't know how to like figure it out. But once you get older, you start figuring out like, oh, that's what I was questioning, and I was way more on point now than I even thought I was at that moment. You know what I mean? In that moment, you probably just said something and it just didn't lock in yet. But you come back to it, you're like, no, I was right. And I was justified to feel that feeling, because that's how you feel in that moment. You know what I mean? That's the real talk. Like, people be like, you can't feel pain. You can't feel, you have to feel pain. You know what I mean? You have to have some level of fears in the world to even learn what a fear is. You know what I mean? That's the real talk. You have to be paranoid about a little bit of things, because the world is scary. It's going to give you a lot of challenges, but you got to learn how to overcome them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like she said, you know what I mean? God gives his toughest battles to God gives his toughest battles to the strongest warriors. You know, it goes hand in hand. Ooh. Yeah, she said that. So I'm quoting her. You know what I mean? It goes full circle. This is real. It's real. This world is scary, but you know what? You gotta just embrace the journey. You know what I mean? And know if you are part of God's plans or the Most High's plans or whatever, you on the right path. You know what I mean? We all on the right path. You know what I mean? Some things you gotta just learn, and you gonna maybe sometimes you gotta relearn them after a while. That's the real talk. It just might have to go down there like that. You know?
Yeah, you see how I know? See how we got that? See, I already knew you was gonna go in.
I couldn't spark it. I couldn't spark it. I just chilled out.
I felt it.
I be chilling out. I be like, you know, because I don't, you know, I always, you know, sometimes I want to stay. I want to go back and stay on the surface. I like to enjoy the beach sometimes. You know what I mean, I don't want to just always go into the water. I go deep when I need to go deep. You know what I mean? And that's when I is. Sometimes I want to swim. Sometimes I want to sit back and enjoy the surface. But sometimes you got to go in the water just to experience that life. You know what I mean? And actually learn, oh yeah, maybe the water's not that scary. There's no sharks in here. You know what I mean? I could swim right here. Now, I can't go too far out. You know what I mean? I'm going to be lost in sea. I don't want to be lost in sea. But you should go deep a little bit. That's real talk. Yeah, real talk. You know what I mean? But she sparked that.
I already know.
Yeah, she sparked that.
I told you. I was feeling, I was like, yo, she going in.
Yeah.
So it was something, you know, there was something within the little elements that was inside of the weight of the words. It was some substance.
Yeah, she was saying a lot of things that I was like, wow, that kind of home hitting.
You know what's one of the illest elements? I was like, yo, because you got hydrogen, oxygen, element of surprise.
Mm-hmm.
That's one element. Has nothing to it, but it'll wake you up out of nowhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you we in sync, because when I was like, Dad, she hit some notes, and then the notes that we resonate, vibrating on, and with that fluent, that music vibe, everything has a tone to it.
Yeah.
Atonement. And then I already knew he was gonna come out.
No,
and drop some
she
gems,
said some
solo gems.
So she said Gemini. I ain't gonna lie, I felt that when she said we should be great writers and communicators and making a song and all that type of stuff, because it actually home hitting and relating the stuff that I'm doing.
It's real.
So it was like, you know, I feel like I do agree. I think I'm a very great conversationalist. I think I'm great. I'm just saying things that I feel like I'm powerful in terms of my words, you know, because I feel like my perspective is coming from a real level. It's not coming from a fake facade of anything like that. It's just coming from a loving and what can help people grow. And you know what I mean? Just learn that, like, you know what I mean? We can't get stuck and narrow-minded somewhere. You got to learn different aspects of things. You know what I mean? You got to just learn different aspects. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we don't know everything. That's the real talk. We don't know everything. So it's all about growth at the end of the day. Like, I want to keep growing. You know what I mean? Somebody could teach me something and I could grow from that. You know what I mean? But I got to grow from it from my own timing. We're so used to somebody learning something from their timing, but we don't learn that everybody learns at different paces and everybody learns in different aspects. So at the end of the day, you got to learn on your own pace at your own time. You know what I mean? You can't force it. You got to just be who you are and understand that the experience is going to happen. You might not see it in that moment, but you might go through another experience very similarly that kind of correlates, and you might learn something in that moment. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is.
The world don't move. The beat of just one drum.
Mm-hmm.
It might be right for you. May not be right for some. A man is born.
Mm.
Need that part. Is man of me. Nothing but the two. Come on, y'all know it. Different strokes. Different strokes.
Different strokes.
Different strokes to heal the world. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Different strokes. That was a show used to come out.
Yeah, it sounded like a show song. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Was it called Strokes?
Different Strokes.
Oh, that was the name of the show. Okay, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Gary
yeah,
Coleman.
Yeah.
When he was talking, all I can say is that's what I was thinking of. World don't move. Beat of just one drum.
Yeah.
What might be right for you may not be right for some.
That's right. Yo.
I forgot the part. Yeah, hit me with the part. The man is born. He's a man of. Sounded like, almost felt like it said a man of peace. Different strokes to rule the world. This is going to be.
And then real talk, I ain't gonna lie, real quick, real talk, like, we got different experiences, right? Mm-hmm. And that's another thing too. Like, nobody lives the same life. That's the one thing people could live similar experiences, but nobody lived the same life. That's the real talk. You know what I mean? We have to go through certain things separately. You know what I mean? And that's why I even resonate on the alone time. Like, that's probably the most I've gained from myself was my own alone time in general, because and sometimes you're not comfortable in your own space. But when you start questioning things and you start trying to figure things out from your own perspective and be like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Why is nobody listening? All that, you could be in your head about it. But if you have some little clear understanding of like, okay, I'm starting to understand a better understanding of things, you get more clarity that way. That's the best healing about it, is, you know what I mean? It's going to be painful. I ain't going to lie. Sometimes you got to like look at yourself and be like, dang, I messed up. But that's the real talk. Like, you're going to mess up, and that's okay to make mistakes. You know what I mean? It's okay. People make other people's mistakes a lot bigger than what they really are. Your own mistakes is something that you have to learn. Not what that person has to learn, what you have to learn. That's fine. You know what I mean? There's real growth.
If you don't get it the first time, back up and try it again.
Yeah.
That was a song from one of your favorites, James Brown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the JBs.
Yeah.
He said, if you don't get it the first time, back up and try it again.
That's real. And that's why I respect James Brown, man. He had a real message, man. Mm. He was real, you know what I mean? Like you said, lost in the wilderness. You know what I mean? That's something that he said. And, there's a lot of people that's lost in the wilderness, you know what I mean? Because they don't know where they at in their life. You know what I mean? Embrace the battle.
So little gems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I digress, though. I'm done. I just had to say all that. But shout outs to it's Jwanna, right? Yeah, because she sparked that. She did spark that. Yeah, you know what I mean?
She's fine. She gotta come back, man. We're gonna get her back. We're gonna get her back.
Oh,
word is bond.
Yeah, shout outs to Honey.
All right, AD, you can take us to the music.
Go.
Song promotions.
Word. Time for song promotions, where we play tracks that were submitted to the show. Go.
This guy.
This first track
right.
is by Sir Poetic Selic from Miami, Florida. The song is called "Ain't No Crazy Way Out."
Just pick up. Just put it over there. Yeah, you all right. Put it over there.
Huh?
Just bring it over there.
Bring it over there?
Bring it over there.
Hold on, I gotta take it from the top.
No doubt, Cap. Look at the time.
Oh yeah, right?
Yeah. That was
Mhm.
cool. Like it.
That was real like a 80s. That was like an 80s vibe.
Yeah.
To me. Like 80s.
I like the remix effect.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was cool.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
Yeah. Yeah, like really, real 80s vibe. It was very yeah, it was like an 80s vibe. Somebody said acid trip. Yeah, kinda I agree with that. You know what I mean? But real 80s vibe. It was dope. It was dope.
To solo gems and then to that beat right there. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and at the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a girl who's sweet as a dove. For the first time in my life, I see I need love.
That sound like
LL Cool J.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. I knew it was one of them.
That's right. There I was. Yo, that was, how deep. Yeah, I was about to say, how deep is your love? I just keep going. But how deep is those lyrics right there? This is done in in the 80s, I believe. But look, he says, then thought occurred, a teardrop made my eyes burn. See, he was right. He wrote this back in the 80s.
Yeah. Right, it was real.
So he need love. We went through this whole process. The beat was different. It's like water.
Mm-hmm.
We was talking about water too. And then what you was building on, and then with that beat, sound like water.
Ah, yeah.
I just had to read, one of LL because that's the verse that was going through my mind. At the time. He said, when I'm alone in my room, he said, be by yourself, right? Sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call.
That's real, yeah.
LL, Cool
That's
J,
LL,
brother.
Cool J,
What
yeah,
you was
that
on when you wrote that?
That was deep. Yeah.
This back in the days.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
back in the day, right?
Yeah. Telling me I need a girl. His conscience told him he need a girl who's as sweet as a dove. And for the first time in my life, I see I need love. There I was, giggling about the games that I played with my hearts. Yeah, I won't say no names.
That's all I can play.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, it was karaoke.
Yeah. Yeah, I relate.
As I said to myself,
See a girl that's sweet as a dove.
to her.
Almost Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah, see what I'm talking about?
It's crazy, yeah, right?
See what I'm
Well,
talking
the
about?
Valentine's special is on Wednesday.
I said what I said.
Do you have a guest yet for the Valentine's special?
I might not even be here for Valentine. I got a Valentine. I'm gonna bring a Valentine guest on.
A Valentine guest? Okay.
Benny
All
Rich.
right.
What's her name?
Well, are we
Millie
bringing-
Jackson.
We got a
Yes.
female guest for that show?
Huh?
We got a female guest for that show?
You know what?
Or should I
That
just
was
should I just get a stripper?
that's a good. Hey, we can do that. That's a good idea because, I think I'm on that level. I could talk. You know what I'm saying? Just like relationships is crazy right now, and we can talk. We build all that. Yeah, get a female. Get a. Oh, she.
She's not ready yet, but
I'm in the 14th. I gotta get ready. Yeah.
maybe I'm trying to get Brooke in here. Wait till y'all see.
Oh wow!
Big up to Brooke. I'm from Brooklyn.
Right? Yeah.
From Brooklyn.
Yeah. I just want to say shout out to my boy Dwayne. You know, what I mean, we was talking on the phone. He's celebrating Valentine's Day with his girl or whatever. But we was having this conversation. I want some chocolate. I want candy. I want my teddy bears, and I want some flowers. I don't get that. That's how I know you expressing real love right there. There you go. Because we always. I just want to make that point real quick.
Who said, what?
No. So because guys typically get the flowers and chocolate in the beds. When was the last time somebody ever gave you a flowers, chocolate in bed? Now I'm not asking for it. You know what I mean? But just out of just randomness. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm just saying for myself. I want some flowers. I'm just saying. I want some chocolate. I want some flowers in bed. You know what I mean? I don't know where to put all this stuff, but I'll accept it. Cause I'll be like, this is sweet. You know what I mean? I didn't ask for it. I'm just saying that's how you love solo. You know what I mean? That's at least a part of it. I just like sweet. I like sweet gestures. You know what I mean? That's from the heart. That's all I care for. You know what I mean? You don't have to give me the flowers and chocolate. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's real. You know what I mean? That's how you love. That's how you love people. You know what I mean? In terms of relationships, though. You know what I mean? This is a relationship.
Yeah.
Not get a man like.
No, I mean
that's it. No,
I'm
that's
not
dope.
for
Though. That's
flowers.
different.
I just want flowers and chocolate.
He's very but you know what you want.
Yeah.
You might want me to. I might want some flowers now. Some flowers.
Yeah.
I'm cool on flowers. I'll take a
killing all those
plant.
flowers, right? Flesh.
I'll take a plant.
They're dead. Now it's for our love. Flowers like, oh Lord.
Nah, but I was just making that joke.
Yeah.
I was just making that joke with my boy, and that's one of those things though. But it's like that's the real appreciation of love, like expressions. Expression of love doesn't always have to be something sexual. You know what I mean? It could be something. I mean, something just similarity. You know what I mean? You could make something like an arts and craft thing. You know what I mean? Or like paint a picture or something like that.
Get her a box of cannabis.
Something romantic for me. That's how you love solo though.
This way, the flowers.
You do an episode. Maybe you should do an episode like that.
This way, you got the cannabis flowers are the chocolate.
And that you should do that.
That's dope. Oh, how to love solo?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to really write. I probably have to write a whole thing, but I'm actually really not even that difficult. I'm actually really simple. I'm really simple. It's really just peaceful things and easy things to do. You know what I mean? Just understand where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? I just respect love. You know what I mean? I respect expressions of love. I express all that type of stuff. But I'm single though, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with that.
Lucky man.
Solo Jim. Ready to mingle.
I had to say that real quick.
Shoot.
I told my boy I'll shout him out. That's kind of
shout out to him. All right.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the next song promotion?
Yeah, that was great.
No, I know. It took a random turn, but I didn't say that real quick because I promised my boy that I was going to shout him out for that.
Oh, shout him out.
Yeah, I promised him that on that.
No doubt.
Nah.
Let's move on.
Next up, we got...
But if you do that, that'd be, what is it? What solo? What would you say? Solo?
What the what did I say again? How to love solo?
Yeah, how to love solo.
Nah, I mean,
because that could be like loving yourself too. Solo.
I mean, no, I love myself in general. I'm just saying. Just saying for expression of a real romance. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't giving y'all the answers though. I ain't gonna give no women no answers.
Where's the love doctor at, Rasul?
You just gotta understand, you know what I mean?
I'm the love doctor.
All you gotta just do is understand me. That's all. That's all you gotta do. I'm not complicated.
I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's move
I know.
on. Let's move on, my brother.
We can move on.
Next up, we got Aurora Borealis from the Holy
AD ready
City.
to get up out of here.
I'm chilling. Aurora Borealis with a song called Word from the Wise, No Bad Royal.
What's good? No Bad Royal. Yeah, we in the Badlands. Travel over rugged lands. Happy end to the story. When we came from hard times, now we build sky high. Bit the apple from the teacher's desk. Freedom, culture, elements, so I could free my mind. Travel through the Badlands and keep my eyes upon the skies. Keep my eyes upon the skies. Keep my eyes upon the skies. Stormy clouds, it's on my mind. I flew on wings of time. Rode the wave on high tides. When there was a drought, celebrate their life and crime. Iron bars line for line for the time of my life. Rode it for the life and times. Substance in my mind, the substance in my mind.
No Bad Royal. Who? No Bad Royal.
Did it for the substance in my mind. Happy ending to the story when we came from hard times. Now we building sky high. Bit the apple from the teacher's desk. Freedom, culture, elements, so I can free my mind. Travel through the Badlands and keep my eyes upon the skies.
Fire, that sound like PR terrorists. Shout out to PR terrorists. Dang, the whole killer army.
I'm going out for mines. All I needed was a spark. You see the fire shine when I put it up in rhyme. Started with the pretty penny, now I got a couple dimes. Came infected with the slime, polluted water straight from out the gutter. Clean it off, that's not my style. No bad royal words from the wise.
Yeah,
Words from
like
the wise.
PR,
no bad royal words from the wise. Happy ending to the story when we came from hard times. Now we building sky high. Bit the apple from the teacher's desk. Freedom, culture, elements, so I can free my mind. Travel through the Badlands, keep my eyes upon the skies.
So I just gotta
keep my eyes upon the skies.
I'm gonna give you a bomb. Just remind me of my man PR.
Stormy clouds, it's on my mind. Flew on the wings of time. Rode the wave on high times. And there was a drought. Celebrated life and crime. All bars line for line for the time of my life. Wrote it for the life and time. Substance in my mind. Substance in my mind. I'm going out for mines. All I needed was a spark. You could see the fire shine when I put it up in rhyme. Started with the pretty penny, now I got a couple dimes. Came infected with the slime, polluted water straight from out the gutter. Clean it off, that's not my style. No bad royal words from the wise. Words from the wise. No bad royal words from the wise. Stormy clouds, it's on my mind. Flew on wings of time. Rode the wave on high tides. When there was a drought, celebrated life and crime. Bars is line for line for the time of my life. Wrote it for the life and time. Substance in my mind. Substance in my mind. Found the substance in my mind. Put it on the scale. What's it all worth when you live the crime of life? Found the substance. Put it on the scale. What's it all worth when you live a life of crime? When you live a life of crime, rode on wings of time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just needed that snare. That's all I'm saying.
Ain't even with that snare, man.
Wings of time, baby.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. I just think it needed that snare. And a little bit more on the mix. But I think it's got potential. I like the sample. I like the potential of it. I just want that snare so you can bob your head. You want to bob your head to it like, that way you got the tribal like feeling of it. And then that's the rhythm. Then you bring in the poetry. You have the rhythm and poetry is R-A-P. That's the rap song. Otherwise, you just got poetry, which is good.
Romance, sheer delight, how sweet.
Yeah.
I gotta find me a girl to make my life complete.
That was the dope of Roa. That was Roa's song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was No Bad Royal rapping on.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think it was dope. I think it was a cool submission. I do agree with the snare. I ain't gonna lie. I could hear the snare. But you know, it's raw boring.
A raw boring.
It's a raw boring.
Ooh, I like the way Cap Jones says it.
The snare gives the nod factor. That's a good phrase to use. Nod factor. I like
That's
that.
real talk. But shout out to Roy Borealis and the
Yeah,
Royal
shit,
Holy City of NYC. That's right. You know what I mean? Much love. Shout out to BK.
People asking, where'd you get those drums? I went online and typed virtual drum set. Ooh. Ooh, look what I found, y'all. Ooh. Now we can do remixes right here.
You don't.
Go ahead.
You don't even have to do anything no more. Like all of that old school stuff that we used to do, filling out paper, BMI, and, copy, sending stuff to yourself. Man, you can go online now and just do everything, man. You don't have to wait for your passport. Man, everything is going to be virtual reality. It is now, but I remember watching this video a while back. It was called The Future of Communications. It's not on now. He was like, had that one of those voices like, soon BMI would turn into, it's like Dracula almost, like BMI would turn into the YouTube, and the YouTube would go to
I know
stations.
exactly what you're talking about.
Do you have that? Can we play that to them? In the year 300, remember we used a little bit of it.
Yeah, we did.
In the year 300,
I'd have to find it. That's going to take some searching.
it was like X style will thrown into this. Next style would have this, and then Netflix would come in, and it would become one association, and everything would be one. What was it called? It was called The Future of Communication, right?
Ooh, you're right. That
Yeah.
was what it was called.
Yeah.
Good memory.
This is the future of communications. I've been looking for that for a long time. I couldn't find it. That's it. Verge. Is that it?
I don't think so.
This is
We
the
could probably build a.
this is the future. Right there. Hold on.
There
Right
it is.
there. Boom. Found it.
Wow.
Listen to this, yo. Let's go there. If y'all remember on New Reality. Turn it back for the top.
This is
They'll catch that on New Reality.
Man is God.
That's an Easter egg.
He is everywhere. He is anybody. He knows everything. This is the Prometheus New World. It all started with the media revolution, with the internet, at the end of the last century. Everything related to the old media vanished. Gutenberg, copyright, the radio, television, advertisement. The old world reacts. More restrictions for copyright, new laws against unauthorized copies. Napster, the music peer-to-peer company, is sued. At the same time, free internet radio appears. TiVo, the internet television, allows the viewer to avoid commercials. The Wall Street Journal goes online. Google launches Google News. Every day, millions of people read All My News, the biggest online newspaper written by thousands of journalists. Flickr becomes the biggest repository in the history of photos, YouTube for movies. The power of the masses. A new figure emerges, the prosumer, a producer and a consumer of information. Anyone can be a prosumer. The news channels become available on the internet. Blogs become more influential than the old media. Newspapers are released for free. Wikipedia is the most complete encyclopedia ever. In 2007, Life magazine closes. The New York Times sells its television and declares that the future is digital. BBC follows. In the main cities of the world, people are connected for free. At the corners of the streets, totems print pages from blogs and digital magazines. Millions of people are now getting used to the internet, many virtual worlds. A person can have multiple online identities. Second Life launches the vocal avatar. The old media fight back. A tax is added on any screen. Newspapers, radios and televisions are financed by the state. Illegal downloading from the web is punished with years of jail. Around 2011, the tipping point is reached. Advertisement investments are done on the net. The electronic paper is a mass product. Anyone can read anything on plastic paper. In 2015, newspapers and broadcasting television disappear. Digital terrestrial is abandoned. The radio goes on the internet. The media arena is less and less populated. Only the Tyrannosaurus Rex survives. The net
I told you. They're going to go all the way to 2030, I think.
evolves in a spirit. People become who they want and share the memories, the experiences, the feelings. Memory selling becomes normal.
We watched
trading.
this back
In 2050, Prometheus buys
2005.
place and spirit. Virtual life is the biggest market on the planet. Prometheus finances all the space missions to find new words for its
Now we're
customers.
going there.
Yeah, right.
Right.
The terrestrial avatar.
It's prediction. It's predictive.
Uses the future of the world.
Yeah. Somebody's prediction.
Let it fix. Cause Brian's with what's
You just like the accent.
YouTube. Yeah, I
It
told
sounds
you.
like a vampire.
Let me to finish the Podcraft. Podcraft we are do.
With beet juice.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Zodelman.
Joy of finding love.
You don't want to finish the podcast?
Right.
What is your voice? You got how you say a diesel a diesel pardon me.
Priest is doing his vampire voice.
I am a vampire.
For those wondering what the hell's going on.
Oh, if you don't know at all, I am a vampire. But I'm a vegan vampire.
Yeah, right.
That's
I do beet juice. No blood. It makes me bad.
Next now we got Cap Jones. Produced by Yahya
Why do you
Beats.
go to Cap Jones when I speak?
Well, you can keep going.
No, you can cut me off. Why? What? It's like why? 1, 2, 3.
Count?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Who did I say? Somebody know that count. 1, 2.
The count. Yeah, the count. That's from Elmo.
That's the Muppets, right?
No, Sesame Street. That's
Why
Sesame
you
Street.
on
Sesame Street.
That's Sesame Street.
Hey,
Shout out to Elmo. Sorry.
Elmo. I know how locking his zone. Come on, let's go.
Here we go.
Cap Jones.
Cap Jones, produced by Yahya Beats from Florida. Song is called War of the World.
Joy of finding love in living Push on north. Find dead cows and wrecked fields beyond charred ruins with Derry, Tyler, and God of the wasteland like a Can't the single motion.
Hold up. I know that's my fault. I had it on
speed.
Yeah. So I like the beat. I'm going to be a little critical and say I kind of wish the drums were a little bit louder just because I feel like it would just add that much more hype. Do you know what I mean? I like a little bit of a obnoxious drums where the drums are kind of just in your face too, like boom, boom, gah. But other than that, I love everything else, man. Everything else is really cool. Caps always kills it. I just wanted the
We got the
drums
best
a little
MCs on the
louder.
planet, yo.
Yeah.
Cap Jones, Kai Zodiac, Lil Da Vinci. Come on. What you want?
That was tight.
That's just naming a few. Is more.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna be messing with Royal Priesthood, yo.
I think if you bump that in a big car with some nice subs,
Yo, let's release Use Your Mind.
it might
Let's
be
put
good.
it on there.
Yeah, Zodiac released it.
Let's put it on the channel. Put
Oh
it
yeah,
on
we can
Use
put it on
Your
your
Mind.
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Use your mind.
Yeah. With this and one, what's the last one? We did one together.
You talking about Zodiac?
All of us, yeah.
Mm.
It was one that was really dope.
Who you talking about?
Honeybee. The Honeybee. One before that we have in the stash. We gotta sit down because we got a lot in the stash. That was fire. Anyway, shout out to
Cap Jones.
Cap Jones, yo.
Shout out. Great production.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's
I probably need to play it back in a whip with some subs.
Yeah.
It might be perfect as is. Maybe these headphones don't give it justice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Next now we got Curtis. No, hold on. Killah War Ape, aka Kurt Go Bang.
Shout out to Kurt Cobain. Hey, man, hit that live. Hit that like and subscribe.
Yep, that's right. That's right. That like and
It's the
subscribe.
reason why we say that. So let them know that we here. We about to be out, but we here now.
Yeah.
And platform is growing. Craft form. I like to call it craft form. And we want to thank every one of you. Every one of y'all, man. I want to say peace. I got Solo Gems building.
That's right.
That's fire. Yeah. Just doing my dance.
Yeah.
What up, AD?
Yeah.
That in the universe. That's right.
Damn.
Yeah.
So make a dent in the universe.
Yeah,
This song is called Ape and God.
Fire. The Ape and God. Jam. Jam.
I can see some real like ratchet tape. I can. That's my ear right now.
Everybody dance. It's different.
Nah, this is dope. Yeah, this is dope. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, right.
The drums remind me of a Britney Spears track.
Okay. I think it's like some real like. This is like a dance. Like this is like a dance.
I'm a slave for you.
To the rhythm.
You can't deny it.
Oh, this we
I'm
feeling?
not a tired. I'm a slave. Remember?
Oh, he started looking.
It's a Britney Spears track.
Yeah, I'm a slave. Was that Justin Timberlake?
Britney.
Oh yeah. Slave to you.
But they got the same producers, Max Martin.
Real fast. I came for you.
That little, those 16 notes, I think
It's dope.
it takes
I like
away.
how you got the gorilla right there. Fire. I like to see the people do the voiceovers of the animals.
These drums are good, yo. I like these drums.
It remind me of like, yeah.
It's some Timberland stuff, right?
Yeah, you're right. Sexy back, yep.
I don't think he should add that. Those 16th notes. I like those drums, but I think that little robot technical takes away from the swing that's there. There's kind of a shuffle beat going on. It's got like a bounce, and when you add those 16th notes, it makes it rigid. It takes away that bounce. It makes it more like a robot type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like more computerized. Which there's a place for that, but I think there's kind of like a fusion of two styles happening when you do that. You know what I'm saying? So I really wouldn't use those burner things. I would add some kind of a cool bass. That's just me though. But I like those drums a lot. I like that snare. I like everything else. Just not the burner. What do you think?
I think it could be really creative. I think I hear a lot of creativity coming out of that. That's a very dope. I feel like it has so much different genres. You could go into that type of beat. I think there's a lot to do with that if there's a real creative artist. So I think it's dope. I think it's fine.
See, Hanzo says he likes that though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's subjective. Don't listen to me. Some people might say it's perfect the way it is. 80 is wrong, and that's okay.
Yeah, I think it has a very creative. It's very creative. You could go. I feel like any artist, any type of artist could go in there and just like if whatever song they want to make, they can make it on that type of track. It's fun. It's a very fun experimental beat. It's creative.
Yeah, somebody said Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, you see,
Do something on that.
Throw that on there. It can be like a ratchet like banger. It could be. It's a lot. I could go into that.
All right. Anything? Any other comments?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was our grand finale right there.
Yep.
Let me hit refresh.
Zodiac.
Yep. That concludes today's song promotion segment. Thanks to everyone who submitted. Links are going to be in the description. Yeah.
We out of here. Well, hold on. Todd Wave. It says I need Todd Wave on that track. No doubt, Cat Jones. Word is blonde. I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Wave's gonna be back to work.
Yeah, that is good.
Wave is the crave.
Yeah.
He got a song coming called Catch the Wave. Got Cover Boy. Shout out to Cover Boy.
Catch the wave, man.
Yeah, Catch the Wave. Word is blonde. That's the name of the album, yo. That's the word.
How they caught those touchdowns, man.
Huh?
Couldn't catch those touchdowns. You know what I mean?
Who?
Jeez. Caught them touchdowns, you know what I mean? The fourth quarter. No, I was even making a joke. You said like the NFL. Yeah.
The other sound effect.
Yeah.
I know they hate the way when they woke up in the morning.
Oh, yeah, nah.
Oh, my God.
No,
I'm a Cowboy fan.
It hurts.
It's like haunting, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Once you hear that, I mean.
I still love Denver. Yo, what's Patrick Mahomes' birthday? Somebody's going to be happy.
Things, I just checked it because he's 28. I just checked it. I think it's September.
What's Patrick Mahomes' birthday?
I think it's September.
I think he matches somebody. Huh?
I think it's September, right?
Somebody.
September 17th.
Yeah.
Virgo.
September 17th. He's a Virgo.
Y'all killing me with this.
Yo.
That's 3.
Yo, that'd be dope. That'd be bad if you do a drive-by, man. Every team that lost and they make it to the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Nah, man.
Yo. What happened to your team, man? You just pop up.
Yeah, right?
Yo, this is too much, yo.
Right. Yeah, right.
Shout out to the Ravens.
Oh, man. We be back.
Shout out to the Washington Commanders.
Oh,
Hold on. I don't even know why they call themselves the Commanders.
Yeah, the comrades. I call them the comrades.
Making a beat right now, AD?
Yeah, with your thing.
Oh.
Yo, you wrong, man. I'm wrong for that. I had to do it. I'm sorry, Jody. I know. I already know you out there.
Do it again, ready? Go ahead.
So.
Hit it.
Learn from fourth.
You gotta hold it down, Priest.
No, hold on. I'm trying to get with it. If you don't do it all the time, you gotta go like. That was hard. But it's gonna run out.
Just let it play.
Okay. You want me to keep going?
Yeah. You messed it up.
Oh, Eric dancing to. All right, I'm ready. Go ahead. Ready?
Yeah.
To the left.
Yeah. I wish I was like one of those I wish I was the motivational player.
You gotta chop it up. Huh?
I wish I was the motivational player that could motivate during those.
You the W.
We gonna destroy these guys. We gonna be. Yeah, I was that type of player, so I can't. They in our house. They in our room.
Hey,
it's one of those type of like.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
They in our house. Oh yeah, we gotta go back. More on.
Yeah, ring the bell.
Yeah. We in our house. This is our room. This is our game. They come to us. We gonna do it.
Yo, we getting busy right now. Where you at, Guam?
I'd rather just get the ball.
Shout out to Kurt Cobain.
Yo.
Get that legit. Yo, they say we can take anything.
Yeah.
Where my boy with the shoulder? Hold on, I got something for you. Hold on. The electric whistles. I don't know. Somebody's birthday is September 17th. Who is that? Who is that? Why is that, ladies? It's a lot of stuff that I want to do, say right now.
Man.
AD. Oh, he sampled it.
Yeah, you already
AD, killing it. Check.
Come back on the track when I hit like that. Come back on the track when I hit like that.
Hey, hit like that.
I gotta call man 25.
Oh no, I got somebody potentially that could take out Dancing Mom, Hip Hop Mom.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's a horn sample right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Woman.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to make nobody cry. Have you ever saw the with the two people met at the supermarket and they start singing? If this world were mine.
Oh yeah. You showed me. Yeah, I remember.
That's a tear jerking right now. You ever saw that, AD?
Nuh-uh.
Two people met. It's so beautiful. Let's do it for Valentine's Day for them.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, put in two strangers meet at the supermarket and sing "This World Is Mine."
Two strangers meet at the supermarket.
Sing.
Oh.
Right there. No, that's it.
Where? Right
Wow, that was. Watch this, y'all. You never know who you meet. This is gonna make lovers more lovers.
If this world were mine, I would place at your feet all that I own. You've been so good to me. If this world were mine, I'd give you the flowers, the birds and the bees, and it'd be your love beside me. That would be all I need. If this world were mine.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, so she already sings.
I'd give you anything.
Say nothing.
If this world were mine, I would place at your feet.
What?
With words untold. Okay. We can have anything.
Come on.
If this world were mine, I give you each day so sunny and blue. And if you ever said no, I would give you that too. If this world were mine, don't be there. I give you anything.
Oh, they're singing Luther Vandross. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, you're my inspiration, and there's no hesitation when you want me. Honey, just call me.
Oh, baby, I'll be your consolation. And there'll be no hesitation when I'm in your arms.
Oh, the way that you do.
You ain't say nothing.
The way that.
And then that's you don't have to cry.
Oh, yeah, oh, every sky would be blue as long as you
Happy Valentine's,
loving me, baby. Oh, give me pretty loving, baby. Give me pretty loving, darling. Keep on loving me, baby. Oh,
Slide.
you know I need you, honey. You know I need you, baby. Keep on loving me the way you do. My love.
The way you love me, girl, you love me.
I don't wanna let you go. You know the world would be yours.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yo, fire.
Awesome.
That's right.
Yes.
They laid out.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you caught it at the end.
They did that right in the middle of the salad dressing.
Yo. Never knew each other. Bumped into each other. He thought he killed it. He killing it. She was just like, you ain't say nothing.
They probably spoke about like, oh yeah, you sing, I sing too. Oh, you
You look in the beginning. You can hear him say, what did he say? He said something to her like,
do you know if the world were mine?
Yeah,
he says that in the beginning.
He said, I might know a little something.
But see, that's what I mean by, you know what I mean? My flowers. You know what I mean? He gave her flowers. He got flowers in return. That's just a good example of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She didn't sing. She could just listen to him sing. She didn't sing with him. That's real talk.
No, you're right.
That's real talk. That's the reciprocation.
You get better reverb right there in the aisles. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't sound as good next to the
Somebody
produce.
said toss salad. Yeah, they end up getting together. They probably broke up. It probably, because when it was that much, when you can sing like that together, you gotta go out for a minute and just be like, yo, let's see if we can make this work. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all and they got famous a little bit. YouTube sensation. They came on a little bit of talk shows though.
Yeah.
But that was good. Hey, one more AD. Play this. I gotta play it, man. I got somebody to challenge Hip Hop Mom. Y'all remember Hip Hop Mom with her dancing skills. This lady, I don't know if I played this already. Did I play this last time?
I gotta see
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I gotta see.
It's in your WhatsApp.
Oh.
Your WhatsApp.
Played somebody last time.
Yeah, did I play this? I mean.
Hop dancing all over the
That's
United
somebody
States and
completely
Canada
different.
as we've been touring. Now let's meet our hip hop dancers.
Check it out.
Heidi,
You bigger.
TJ,
Oh Lord, Jesus Christ.
Susan,
Pardon me.
Lord.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah.
This is it.
I think we're ready
Oh, I
to
already know
go.
this is
Let's
straight
do some
Caucasian.
great hip hop dancing. Vaudeville,
Oh
Hip-hop is
God.
two steps, running man,
Oh, it's the other rhythm.
twist, running man,
That's a little step.
That's
up.
not hip hop.
Yo,
Nah, it's not.
Jump.
that is scissors.
pigeon,
Oh God, yo.
That's
window
country
washer,
western right there.
basketball.
You right about that. It does.
That's country western.
I ain't gonna lie, she's hitting that move though. I ain't gonna lie, that was a
Use
good
that
move.
left. That's jamming.
She had a little
We've
something there.
seen-
Huh?
She had a little bit, like a smidge of rhythm. That was like a smidge of
She
rhythm.
was doing a two-step.
Yeah,
That was some country. Get your partner, do.
yeah. She killed the footwork, but yeah, everything else was like I don't know the moves. Those move sets was it.
I don't know. I think hip hop Karen still has her beat with.
Yeah, I like
goes
when
like
she did
this.
the scissors. Yeah, when she does
Hip-hop
that.
death.
It's her crew a little bit. I'm still.
No,
trying
the crew is crazy though.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Well, she has the Karen cut.
Play it one more time. Just the
See
beginning.
the Karen cut?
Yeah, she has a
hip-hop
Karen
dancing
cut.
all over
It
the United
definitely
States
from
and
Wisconsin.
Canada.
It's not her really. She's funny,
Now
but
let's meet our hip-hop dancers.
it's the second girl.
Heidi.
See, Heidi's cool. That's a 1-2. I have shows.
TJ.
TJ is hilarious.
Susan.
Thank you.
Oh, the
Oh,
shoulders.
hell no.
Yeah, she's
Straight
moving like
names.
that. She's not
See?
even shimming even.
And
It's country
I
western.
think we're ready to
don't talk
go.
about.
I think you guys are ready to go home.
Nah, man.
I love you too, Kurt Cobain.
That was
Shout out
country.
to you, Kurt Cobain.
It was like a smidge of rhythm. Like they had a little rhythm. They ain't crazy.
It was country rhythm.
It was a smidge of rhythm.
If you ever been to like a country type of club,
Nah, I've never been to no country clubs.
all right, so
I did.
I was talking to this girl.
I
and
could
she-
imagine what it looks like though.
She wore a cowboy hat. She wanted to go into this club, so I'm like, all right, let me check out your club. And they're in there like all in unison doing the same dance. It
Oh,
was
no.
like some Garth Brooks stuff playing.
Oh man, I don't think that's
And
my
they're
vibe.
like, get your partner, do she do. And
Nah.
they all knew the moves.
Yeah.
They're all doing the same thing. I guess it's some kind of like famous two-step type of rhythm, but they knew how to clap and go to the side. And I'm like, who taught you this choreography?
I don't know, man.
How does everybody know this at once? They all just go up there and do the same dance, like it was some type of like mob dance, flash mob.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I can't.
Strange.
I can only imagine.
Country western.
Go ahead. You ever saw Tommy Davis?
Square
that's-
dance.
Yeah, square dance. Go to I just sent you another one. If you could speed through it. This is Tommy Davis. Y'all remember the comedian? Tommy Davis, he was on Martin. He was on Living Color, but he did this skit on square dancing. And it goes right with you, AD.
Square dance with me.
Yeah, because y'all giving me, oh man, this is right here. This is my private laughter collection. This it just went out.
Hold on. No, we good.
All right.
Accidentally opened up Spotify.
Yeah. This is your
Okay, hold on.
yo. Tommy Davis.
We gotta stop that, right?
Yo,
We
yeah.
laugh together, we can live together. Am I right or wrong? Stop that, man. Black people, we do it too.
Oh yeah. Remember
White
this?
people can't dance.
Oh yeah.
Remember this?
That's a
Yeah.
stereotype. It's a very broad statement. White people can't dance. White people dance just different. With the same amount of energy. You ever been to a square dance? See? Them white people can dance their ass off. You can't even show up to a square dance without knowing how to.
There it is.
Gotta be a rehearsal.
Yeah, perfect.
I call square dancing white soul, because they break it down. Got a fiddle and a banjo. Break it down.
You killing it though.
Hey,
That's
killing it, yo. This is my private laugh section, yo.
killing it though. Yeah.
They break it down too. They be in the pocket. Make their own instruments. Got a jug. Got a washboard. I see one with some spoon.
He's like.
You really gotta know how to square it because they got an MC. The MC tell your ass just what to do.
When I say step to the left, you step to the left. say step to the left, you step to the left.
Yeah, nah, it's all routine. It's a straight
Step to the
routine,
left,
yo.
step to the left.
Yo.
Now step to the left.
Nah, you can't
Now
that.
stop. When I say turkey, you say corn. Turkey. Turkey. Slow down.
You stupid, man.
When I say turkey, you say corn. Turkey. Turkey. In the middle of the morn. And now I'm gone.
Yo, nah, he bugged out at the end, though. He bugged out at the end.
Why people get that?
Bugged out. Nah, that was
Tommy Davis, man. Huh?
Yo.
Comedy genius, man.
That's real, yo.
Yo, that's one of his illest. Yo, that's like how remember Patrice?
Right.
Why is it so? What was his? Patrice O'Neill.
Patrice O'Neill, yeah. You talking about the when you trying to watch the game?
Isn't that better?
Yeah, we trying to watch the game. You trying to watch the game? Yeah, it's one of my
Isn't
one
that
of my
better?
favorites.
Isn't that better? You know, everybody got a signature. Like Cat Williams was saying, everybody got a signature one. That one from Tommy Davis is one of the most hilarious. He was incredible. That's why Martin was messing with him. Yeah, that's his one. Yeah, like Patrice O'Neill.
Yeah, man.
All right. Y'all hear it. Y'all don't want me to play it, but I'm gonna play it. One of this. Oh, we got a song. Me and Dave Flores. Crazy video. This might be one of those ones, yo. And we're gonna release it soon. Also, it's a video that's going. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait till y'all see this, man. Shout out to Dave Flores.
That's right. That's right.
Directors. We still waiting for that comedy Adult Swim. Because we just definitely deserve one. Your work is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all hate to hear this, but so next time.
Yeah, it's critical right now. Killah Priest, Iron Sheep, Iron Beast. Digital guards, Phoenix rap, wings of black, Venus trap, swing the axe, bring that back. Hold on. Digital guards, Phoenix rap, wings of black, Venus trap, swing the act, need a clap, break his back, egg sack, beeswax, and habitat, savage that. Matter of fact, grab the gat, splatter shack, 92, grimy woo, you get it too, split in two, pitiful, critical, what a pit to do, lyrical, stop the ruckus. I came with the mop and the bucket, y'all rap like I came with the sock as a puppet. That style'll get you rocked in public. You should've put stock in a Muppet. Your swag put hip hop on clutches. Nice weather, shoot a fair one. First of all, what you wearing? I see that same shirt shopping for my girlfriend. Shit, I slap him while he rapping. So hard it looks like he dapping. He bring that way for an hour, dog. He must be napping. Wake him up, shake him up, break him up, shape it up, straighten up. This nigga puckered up in a button up. Right, left, uppercut.